to pass away in a seat, right? Young man too.
Right, right, right. So that's where I wanted to share my Facebook post just to try to with you all here, just to try to give some clarity.
Oh,
Sorry, let me find it. Go to the historical society page. Oops, wait, no, not that one. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I said, I've been getting calls, and I linked Tia Ewing's report because that was the first one that I saw. Saint Center says, "Hey, D Love, bonjour, good
hey.
morning." An anonymous tipper told me he had been hospitalized in Chicago for a few weeks now, but the city never released any official explanation for his months-long absence from public meetings. So, there, it seems that this, as everything else with Christopher Clark, is just shrouded in secrecy. So it's a little frustrating, but I wanted to look up what happens now. I already did that, and I've explained this because people were asking me about the petition for him to resign. To say, okay, so Clark goes, but what about the four aldermen? Aren't they still going to control the city? Well, I was using ChatGPT and just to research the state and municipal laws. City council will call a special city council meeting, and they will elect one of their members to be interim mayor until the election next year. So that's how it
Yeah.
could be done. So they can elect anybody, and then if you want to see more of the information, this just breaks down like where you can find it in the Illinois Municipal Code. I did check Harvey Municipal Code myself, and then I did a Chat GPT search, but the Municipal Code doesn't give any guidelines on what to do if the mayor, resigned or died in office or anything. So, but and if it were early enough in his term,
Mm.
then it would be like we would have a special election at the whatever the closest municipal election would be. But since it's so late in his term, city council will elect one of its members to be interim mayor.
I think
So
he was 56 years old.
yeah, I was gonna say no, he wasn't that old, but yeah, that sounds about right.
And
So, oh, go ahead, go
I,
ahead.
I would say, and David Johnson, he was the first African American mayor of Harvey. He actually died in office, and that's how Mayor Rogers was. It was Rogers, correct? Who was not Rogers? What was the other
Oh
guy name?
no, 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 David Johnson. He just died, I think. Oh gosh, like a few years ago. He didn't die in
Did
office.
he?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was. So after David Johnson, Nick Graves was elected mayor, and he had, I think, two terms, and then Kellogg was elected.
Okay.
I should look into that because I don't. At least I know going back as far as Haynes, Mayor Haynes of
Maybe that was
Harvey.
Hit the Haynes.
He, none of the. I don't think Turngren. So I can't imagine any of the mayors that I know of in Harvey died in office. Oh, hold on one second. This
I
is
just saw
no,
something in Wikipedia just a little while ago, and not even knowing that this happened to
there.
Clark.
You know what? I'm just in a live right now. We're talking about apparently yes, but I just wanted to answer so you knew that. Yeah, I'm okay.
Uh, uh, uh.
Well, we don't know. We're still waiting on the information, the exact details. They're not
Yeah. We should do it. Now I ain't gonna say drive by his house to see if it's true.
right. Exactly. So I know.
It's all on the internet now.
I right, right. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I'll call you later. Okay. Thanks. Bye bye. Yeah, I had to answer that because otherwise my mother would be worrying.
Yeah, I can understand.
So,
Um,
when mother calls. But I also wanted to share, so thank you, ChatGPT again, but so a summary of the process, because that's the biggest question people have right now. What's going to happen now? Who's going to be leading the city?
mm,
So first, the city needs to acknowledge the vacancy. City council will convene a meeting. One of the members of city council will be acting mayor or interim mayor. That person would assume all mayoral duties and authority. Depending on how much of the okay, and that one's not relevant because again, like I said, we're too close to the election, so we'll just have an interim mayor until
wow.
next year's election. So please do see that post if you want more information about it, because I understand people have a lot of questions. I tried to put that together as quickly as possible. Let me
Mhm.
see
It's
here.
all on the internet now.
Right, right, exactly. Okay, so that's the post. If you want to just, because I know people are worried, and they should be, because not only were we worried because we didn't know what was happening with Mayor Clark, but we have all these city employees who are still not getting paid. They don't have any insurance. They were told they were going to get called back, so their lives have been absolutely devastated by what Mayor Clark declared in October. And then the city, he had just kind of disappeared after October 27th. So this is just huge news for everybody. Um,
Mhm,
oh, and as you can see, this is crazy. Now this doesn't surprise me, but it's so sad to see how certain people want to try to make everything political. So this lady who is always giving me a hard time on Facebook, I don't know if she was a Clark fan or what, but can you just give your condolences to the family without going into all of this right now? How ignorant of you. Okay.
uh,
That's not appropriate because anyway, but whatever. What do you want to say about that, Diana? Go ahead.
I just wanna say is that, it's unfortunate that he has passed away, and maybe had he been more forthcoming on what he was doing, people would have more sympathy for him. You hate to hear that anyone has passed away, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's really shocking, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's like but let's be honest, though. It's like when somebody it's like on a job, you die, somebody gotta fill your space. Life still goes on. Condolences to his family because that's a loss is a loss, and he was young, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep moving because we're still in debt.
Right, right, right. And,
Like,
and also I think it's just crude to especially, but like I said, this lady always trolls me, whoever Karen Newberry Sanchez is. I
well,
don't think.
first of all, you don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't know
Oh,
these people.
I don't know her, but I just know that she loves to troll me. And I don't believe she still lives in Harvey anyway, but it's just interesting because like I said, I don't think I was saying anything inappropriate or political. If anything, I'm not happy that the man passed away because, sir, you should be alive to face and to help the community clean up the mess you made. Shoot, dying, that's the easy way out. Okay, like I'm
Yeah, but you know what?
I'm not holding a party. You know what I
But
mean?
in true respect, and that's why I had to go back and look. A lot of Harvey's issue didn't just happen when Clark got in. This has been going on for a long time, a lot.
Oh,
And they
right.
just never they got in debt in the 80s and they just kept going with it and nobody seemed to control the debt.
Oh, right, right. But I mean, I'm just saying, as far as for me, for someone to assume that I'm like, oh, I'm celebrating, or that I don't know, whatever they want to assume, that I'm being rude or inappropriate. Like I said, I no, dying is not like I said, I think that's the easy way out. I would have rather have seen him live and hopefully actually, turn things around or say, hey, I'm sorry, I did the wrong thing, whatever. So no, it's that's not what's going on. And then Trell,
Yeah.
whoever Trell is,
Yeah.
exactly, pretty disgusting. I don't know who that is, whatever. Again, very classless.
Um,
Oh, this is a Jed supporter here, so that doesn't surprise me.
I don't. Again, I don't go into the. I read comments, but I don't stay in the comments.
Yeah,
Because you can't. I can't let that dictate how I move in life.
right, right,
Everybody, and that's one thing about America, right? We have a freedom of speech, so I'm not going to allow anybody to take my speech away. Okay,
right.
that's your comment. That's your thing. Do your thing. I'm okay with it.
Right, right, yeah. And then Hilda
Uh,
says, Hilda, who was fired, she was fired. She used to be a city inspector for many years, so she was fired when Clark was elected the first time. Said,
mm,
how can someone be nice after they died when he was alive? He was very evil to Ryan. Like God forgive him. It's not a matter of being nice; it's a level of respect for the family who lost a loved one. I just want to share that though, because Diana, we're gonna see this. This is normal and natural. There are all sorts of responses to death. So some
mm-hmm.
people are going to, um, some people get upset at other people's responses for various reasons, whether it's political or otherwise. And so, just as a reminder, there are many ways to grieve. And even if you didn't like Mayor Clark or you had issues with him, um, however you felt about him, it's normal to feel a lot of different feelings about when someone dies. And so I just encourage people to not, don't judge yourself and allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. And there's no right or wrong way to grieve, because that's what I tell myself. And then that's also what happened. We had a death in the family recently, and it's just always important to remind yourself of that, because that's something that you'll always see when someone passes away, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a public figure. You'll have a lot of, some people will be like, well, this is how I'm handling it. And someone else will go, but Diana, you're not doing it right. That's so rude. You should grieve this way. You should grieve this way. I'm like, guys, everybody has their own way of processing these things. So let's try to be loving and kind to ourselves.
True. Um, so I mean, let me make a correction. Charles H. Applegate Jr. is he was appointed by the council to finish. F.W. Bergerman. He's the one who died in office in January 11, 1942. How ironic.
Oh, okay. So we did have a mayoral death in office. Thank you. Rita
Yes.
said, "Is this the guy who harassed Hassan?" Yes, yeah. The mayor. Well, the mayor was using, allegedly, Jedediah and his group to harass Hassan because of longstanding conflict
Mm,
issues related to land that Hassan owned that the city had wanted for a while in order to do certain developments. It's often, unfortunately, about money and land resources. Saint Sinner says hi. Hey. Rita, you mean Clark? Yes.
mm,
Okay.
wow.
No apology says, hey. Oops,
It's
sorry.
gonna be very interesting what the next move is gonna be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He's more like the head behind what does that mean? Idro? Instigator? I don't know what you meant by that. Oh, instigator. Okay, yeah.
I'm
So
sure
Clark
folks
has
are
to,
on your
yeah,
I'm
Saint,
sure
yes.
folks on your page, they ready for you, Ryan.
Well, oh, you mean, what do you mean? Like, ready for me?
Like like your trolls.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right. Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I was surprised though that let's say this, another thing, whether it's a family member or a well-known figure or a friend, when people die, pay attention to how their responses and how they treat other people, because that people often tell on themselves as far as if there was someone who was doing wrong, if this, if that person was involved in it or supporting them, sometimes they give you little clues in how they respond.
Well, there should be a meeting, hopefully in the next week or two, that they will have to have, or well, now is
They
he in the
should call
hospital?
it immediately, really.
Immediately, yeah.
The
Um,
original Clark Stark, all four of you. I don't understand
the
that
original Clark story. I don't know what they're talking about.
this is all for you. What's happening? Hey, Bryant. Hey. So if you're just tuning in, I was sharing that a few media sources. I was using Tia Ewing because she was the first one to report it. But that they did say that Mayor Clark passed away. We don't really know why, and they haven't really told us as far as in an official statement or anything. Um, so certainly as soon as I or anybody else in Harvey, we find out anything more, we'll let people know.
Hmm.
And it's
Also,
interesting that Tia Ewing, I think she's the only one so far saying that it was from an illness.
yeah, you said it was that he was in the hospital.
That's what I had. Yeah, I had one anonymous tipper, yeah, who was saying that. But again, like everything with Clark, it's all shrouded in secrecy, Diana. We really don't know.
We don't
Hey
know.
everyone. Hey that plant
Hey, the
lady.
plant lady.
What's going on?
Okay.
But
Yes,
yeah,
this.
I just don't want people to think, like I'm not stomping on anybody's grave. We're not having a party. If anything, I did not want this dude to die because that, like I said, that's the easy way out. If you do something wrong, that's the easy way
Mm.
out. I want people to stay alive and fix your problems. So don't think that that's what I'm not doing that.
It's almost like a relationship that ended and you don't know why it ended.
Right, right, exactly. Or that would be, to me, that's like if, let's say, you had a friend, someone that got to know you, and then they ended up stealing money from you, doing all these horrible things to you, and then they just one day left town, and you never saw them again. And like you said,
Mhm.
it's just that you wouldn't have a party. You'd be like, okay, well, I guess it's good that they're not around to harass me anymore. But at the same time, you're like, but they left this big mess. Like, we don't even know where to start.
Well, let's hope and pray that sorry, my glasses feel crooked. Hope and pray that they figure they can now figure out where. Well, it's kind of. I hate to say it's too late, but because because we're in so much financial issues and ruin.
Mm,
Really, the person who takes his place next will have to be able to be upfront and honest with the residents about why we're where we're at. Um,
yeah. And you know what I think would be a great idea is, honestly, okay, so for those who are gung ho, Colby for mayor, guess what? Remember I told you guys this. I did all this research related to the petition calling for Clark to resign, because people said, well, who cares if he resigns? The four Alder Yesmen are still there. What's really going to change? And I said, well, at least if you get rid of Clark, you sort of get rid of their protection. I wasn't talking about getting rid of him this way, but
mhm.
but I said that if he's gone, I said then we as residents should be able to put enough pressure on the four Alder Yesmen, and I said they would vote the city council just like is going to happen now. They would meet, they would vote for an interim mayor, and I think this is a great chance to push for them to select Colby, because guess what? People that are want to, if you want to support Colby for mayor, here's a trial run. Give her a chance. Why not? What could that hurt? Would you rather see Shirley in that position or any of the other Alder Yesmen?
No,
So
I
I
would not.
say this is a great chance.
Like I said again, because it's those four, they were his loyal servants.
Right.
I can see
I
it.
don't think they deserve to be interim mayor at all. So that's a long way of telling you. Remember, you were like, oh, but Randall L step in. So he could, but he doesn't have to. As far as I can tell legally, it's whoever the council votes in. So I
Hmm.
would say but I mean, you share your opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but I would
Yeah.
say this is our time now as residents to put residents of the whole city, not just one or two wards, to put maximum pressure on the aldermen, especially the four alder yes men, to say, vote for whoever you want. But I'm just thinking that if, especially if people are excited about Colby doing the job, this is a great opportunity for her to be interim mayor and try to get some good things done. I mean, why not? Unfortunately, we as the residents, to my knowledge, we can't directly choose, but this is
Mhm.
pretty darn close. Okay, this is probably the closest that we would get, besides the election next year, to actually picking our mayor, because these
Mhm.
aldermen, as far as I'm concerned, they need to respond to the people. I don't want to see any votes for an interim mayor based on what they think is best, because we've seen how their judgment is, especially those four alder yes men.
Okay,
That
one moment. I see Ken was saying is, so where has
uh-huh.
been the accountability of businesses that have not paid taxes even before he came in? Okay, let me explain something, because I've been up since 5 o'clock trying to figure out. I didn't know he was dying. Trying to figure out what happened to Harvey. Listen, Harvey's situation started in 1980, in the 80s. And Harvey was flourishing when they had that Dixie Square Mall. They had industry, manufacturing industry. So once those entities started to leave, those homes started to leave and they become abandoned. And then we had the abandoned houses, abandoned uh, vacant lots. So that was the start to how we got here today. So the businesses that we once had that kept Harvey flowing have been gone for years, and that's over close to 40 years. And so all this $65 million or $63 million in debt didn't start overnight. This has been a trickling thing. So we can't just blame it on the businesses. It was up to the mayors, whoever were in office, to keep businesses in Harvey, to keep the tax bill low. So now Harvey, since they don't have the businesses, they were depending on the property taxes to stay afloat. So now that because we have so many vacant houses and uh, abandoned lots, those that money is virtually gone. So that's why when they said, "Oh, they're only collecting such and such amount of money," yes, because majority of the lots are abandoned. So it's more than just saying, keep saying, "Where's the businesses should be paying?" We don't have those kind of businesses anymore. So
Right, right.
sorry.
And wait, sorry, let me go back to, because that also relates to Forrest Lindley's comment. We've been in financial issues for over 20 years. Right.
It's been
Uh,
30 years. It's been in the 80s it started.
so where has the accountability? Yeah. Um, right. Yeah. Well, yes and no. It did definitely under Mayor Haynes and Mayor Johnson, but when Mayor what's his name? When Mayor Graves came in, he actually and he was corrupt too. He was corrupt. Many people will tell you he had mafia ties and everything. So I have no illusions that he was perfect, but he actually was doing a lot to get properties back in the tax rolls. We attract a lot more residents and businesses. Graves was doing a great job. Unfortunately, then Kellogg was elected, and he had 4 terms of, being worse than any other, than Johnson or any other mayor had ever done, as far as just letting things decay. So then we had all these, especially the empty houses. That's always been the biggest thing, because for every empty building, it brings down the property values of the adjacent buildings. And obviously, the empty
Hey, Miss
buildings themselves
Regina.
don't bring in taxes. So, that's how Kellogg left the city, and Clark promised to fix that, but he never did. So it's I wouldn't blame the businesses, because I think that's very disingenuous, and that's unfair to a lot of our businesses, especially the small businesses in our communities, that they rent their space. So it's not their job to they have a business to manage. It's not their job to pay the property taxes. It's the property owner's job. And I think that's something that Clark and the four Alder Yesmen have used to push out our small businesses. And you know why? because they want the land, they want the properties that these people were in. And guess what? If you're an owner and you have a business that's renting from you, even if you don't pay your property taxes, once that business is out, you don't have any income. And I would maintain that that has been the strategy, for the past many years. And I'm sure Kellogg did some of that same thing, because people are always like, well, but why, as a leader, why would you want Harvey to look bad? I can't tell you in depth their plans, but I know a lot of it has to do with land. If you make if you make it in a very, very expensive for landowners to own the land, and they start getting behind and they can't find businesses, let's say it's a commercial property, they can't find businesses to rent because the city harasses them, right? Um, they won't be able to pay the taxes, and then it's going to go to tax sale. And then who gets it? The city, the county, the government authorities. So it definitely seems to be, a coordinated land grab. But I wouldn't blame the businesses, because that's just not, it's not fair. Have some of the businesses not paid and maybe they were guilty? Sure, but the vast majority, that's not the issue.
Yeah,
Um,
and the thing is, what we have to realize, and we can't take away from, the businesses are here are just small, a lot of small businesses, right? We need big businesses to come in and help us grow again. They need to really take that Dixie Square and make it flourish again to help. Take Dixie Highway and put businesses on Dixie Highway, because that's a thoroughfare, right? But just not doing nothing is
right,
causing us to go further and further in the hole.
right, exactly. And even though I know it's crazy, I know a lot of us are like, what? That doesn't make sense. But the politicians, they get the grants and everything. And
Yes.
I don't know if they're stealing or whatever, but they actually profit from keeping communities looking bad. I know it sounds crazy, but they do find ways to do that. Thank you, Kina. Wait, Kina, did I pronounce your name right again? No, Kina? Kina. Okay, I met Kina at People's Lobby function. Thanks for coming on, Kina. Plant Lady says, I agree. Kinda says, I agree. Hey, everyone. So would it be safe to say Clark inherited some of the problems he had? Oh, yes, definitely. The problem with Clark is just that he just lied about all the promises he made to make things better. He didn't. I get you can't count on money from businesses that leave, but it still doesn't absolve the ones who are there but aren't paying. Um, yeah, but here's another, like, they say you can't squeeze blood from a turnip. So if you have a community where you have businesses, regardless of the size, and even if, let's just say, like you're saying, okay, let's say they aren't paying the property taxes, or the owner of the land isn't paying the property taxes, are you going to get the back taxes paid by extorting them and putting enormous pressure on them and closing them so they can't make any money? Is that going to fix the problem? No, it doesn't fix the problem.
And right,
So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean, it just doesn't. Even if
But
it was the business's fault, we should help the businesses, and we should say, hey, the taxes in Cook County are outrageously high, especially on businesses, if you didn't know that. Especially on businesses, because businesses, their property is taxed at a higher rate than the residential rate, a much higher rate. So they already come in starting way behind the eight ball. Wouldn't we want to help them so that they can be successful, and then maybe they can make a payment plan with the county and then eventually catch up? What you don't want to do is, when someone's down, you don't kick them, because then you're not going to have any revenue. And now we have all these empty buildings. You know how many businesses have left under Clark? The hair place by me closed. There's the convenience store by me closed. I don't know how many others.
I remember when that hair place, maybe 10 years ago, they was trying to sell that business. I said, "Are they for real?" They was for like 100,000. They was trying to sell it for,
They
but
they did, and the guy that was in there, because he's a relatively new owner, he only owned it for a few years.
I used to go in there back in the day. But what? So, Kev, I understand what you're saying, but what happened if all the businesses leave out of Harvey? We'll still have that debt, right? And we'll never get that money back if they leave. Because if you look at the list of the businesses that they said who owe money, a lot of them had just left, and they just some of them, a lot of them went to South Holland, some of them went to surrounding suburbs.
Right, I know. And it doesn't, like Benicia. Remember, she was on Channel 7, so her car place closed. So okay, so she closed. Now remember, Harvey has a sales tax. So
Hmm.
if all these businesses leave because the mayor is closing them down and he's extorting them also, because remember those fees that are paid to the city, we don't know where they've been going. It doesn't go towards their back taxes. So um not only are you not getting any property tax, but also we're missing out on sales taxes. At least let the businesses stay open. At least you're getting some revenue. You're getting some sales tax revenue. But then like we're just getting nothing. So it just doesn't make sense. It's what do they call that? It's a red herring. It's something that people do when they want to distract you from something else. Trump does that all the
Mhm.
time. Trump says, "Look over there. It's their fault." It's the immigrants' fault, and then they're trying to do it because to distract you because we know that other people are causing the problems. I know both of you stated your intention to run for office. As a candidate, what can or will you do differently to help Harvey besides transparency? Ooh, Miss Regina's coming in with the great questions. Kill
And I
it.
hope and I hope for myself is the most important is to get these vacant houses in the 6th ward filled, get it like we was at Calumet City and the South Suburban Land Bank, that's what they were.
Yes.
Get
Didn't
them
that
to
sound
come out.
great?
There was one alderman, he in Calumet City, they came out and renovated or put or you get the renovation where somebody else can come in and renovate these homes that were vacant, and he had like 22 homes that he worked with them that is back on the
Mhm.
tax roll. And that's really my goal, just to get these vacant houses back on the tax roll, right?
Absolutely.
Also,
Absolutely.
also having like communication with the people of this ward to know what is actually going on and not have to hear it on Facebook because a lot of seniors really do live in Harvey and in the 6th ward also. So trying to get information off Facebook, they don't all be on Facebook, but we got to have a way so everybody know what's going on. And another thing, like I have a neighbor who across the street from me. Something happened. I didn't see it, but it was 2 incident. And her neighbor told her to call the police. She said, "I'm not calling the police because they're not coming." So we gotta get the police back into our community to know that they are here for us, and we shouldn't be scared to call the police when we need assistance. Even when and I'm gonna let you go. And even with I always talk about like several times I come in the house, but people will come on the side and shoot across across the street. But people have ring cameras. We got to get people to understand that you can help and like be willing to participate and partner with the police department so we can reduce the crime so people know that they can't just come over here and just pow 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 all day long and we don't say nothing and we just stay quiet.
Right. But I
That's
don't
my
blame
goal.
people, Diana, because they're
No.
scared, and a lot of times I don't wanna call the police either because they're so corrupt that you don't know if they're gonna, make the situation worse, or in the worst case scenario, there was the one incident where, we as taxpayers were having to pay out a huge settlement because, a man called to report some crime. So the police bring the individuals to the man's house, said, "Oh, are these the people you're talking about?" He identifies him, but now they know who reported him. They end up killing the man.
Well, that's the reason why we have to have more better communication and accountability with these police officers and get them to understand. And they got to understand because let me tell you, when the Illinois State Police came and went to the people next house next to me, they were very kind. And he was like, "Here's my business card. Call me if you need anything." So there are
Right,
policing that's out here that will protect us, and they have anonymous um, ways that you can contact them. But we can't just not say nothing. We pay taxes for them to do a job. So we
right,
gotta make them accountable for doing this job. Because I wanna
right,
feel safe when I come in the house. Not every time when I leave out the house, I gotta look on the side to see if somebody coming through the alley, coming through the side of somebody else's house because they don't have a gate up.
right. Exactly. Or at the very least, what I always tell people, because I went to the ICE protest at Target last night, and a lot of the protesters were very angry at CPD, and I don't blame them because you usually, unfortunately, police, they are paid, even though I know some wonderful police officers, but they are paid to protect rich people's property and rich people's things. And, you know, sort of most of us that are the little people don't get that protection. One of the chants that's popular, a lot of the protests is who protects us? We protect us. Or who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. So I think also, like you said, you know, not hiding's never the answer, and like ignoring things. We have to talk to each other and help each other. I know, at least on my block, it's not perfect, but for the most part, if stuff happens, people are usually pretty good about, you know, talking to each other about it, communicating. But the answer isn't just to sit back. So I agree, you know, and in part to answer the question, that's something that I'd like to see, like a true sort of, whether you want to call it a block captain program or something, where we would have, you know, citizen groups and citizen communication chains, so that I want to see the residents take responsibility for their own communities, their own safety, and actually they can know that the politicians will be backing them up and will be serving them. And then certainly, as much as we can, we want to make sure our police are accountable. To me, if you're going to have a police force, you should have a robust citizen oversight board that has a lot of power over them to provide citizen accountability. So, I mean, you know, there are different ways of doing that. We could do, in Chicago, they have COPA. It's not really as powerful as it should be, but at least they have something. They do, they officially have a citizens oversight board, basically. So I think that might help, you know, to make people feel more confident in the police. But no, those are good questions, Mr. Gina. Sorry. Let's go on. Attorney, hey, Miss
Attorney
Odom. Miss Odom.
Odom.
Yes, she's from Matson, right?
Okay.
Are you saying the amount of money calculated is not paid by the actual owners will not benefit the village? Oh, no, I'm you know, we want the property taxes. Haha. Oh my gosh, this dog. No. We want the property taxes, but the way that the mayor has been handling it is, you know, harassing and closing businesses. You can't squeeze blood from a turnip. You're not gonna get anything if you close them down. So it just doesn't make sense. It is a stupid way of doing things, and it doesn't get you any money. In the end, then the city gets no sales tax, no property tax, nothing. So D-Love, you want reduced crime, filled houses, and transparencies. It's safe to say jobs and businesses would come from that. Ryan, I would love to hear from you. Okay. So you can answer that, Miss Diana.
Oh, okay. Well, she wants to hear from you because,
yeah, and that basically, I mean, you basically did answer her question. That's what you said. But yeah, I'd like to see a citizens oversight board for the police. You know, that has real power to investigate and even remove police officers that have shown that they are not trustworthy.
one moment, please.
Let's see. Also, by no means do I have any sides here. I just want the public to be able to make good choices all around, do the homework. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Gina. Definitely. So, as far as what else I would do, I love that presentation from the South Suburban Land Bank that Diana and I we attended the Cal City meeting. We heard them, and it's in my live video too, if you go back and watch the live video. But that would be awesome. And I see no reason why Harvey wouldn't you know, vote to hire them. It costs the municipalities that participate little to nothing, and they do have a record of you know, they'll acquire all the dilapidated properties, which are not paying taxes, right? That's one of our big problems. And they're able to wipe out the tax debt and any other liens. It costs it would cost Harvey little to nothing to use their services. And they do everything. They have the attorneys handle doing all this property stuff. They will do inspections for the city, and the city wouldn't have to pay. So I mean, it's a really good deal. And as Diana was saying, in Calumet City, in that one ward, they said they put 22 homes back on the market. And as a preservationist, that's like I was talking to the guy afterwards, and I love their attitude because they even took an old frame bungalow, like my house. I have a frame bungalow, so it's not brick, it's just wood. And it's one of those properties that I always get pissed because people are like, "Oh, just knock them all down. Harvey looks horrible," and I'm like, "No, we have people that would buy and rehab these houses. It's just that the city has for so many years just has not helped people. They make it difficult or to impossible for people to do so, and we needed to turn that around, you know." But if you bring in the South Suburban Land Bank, they bought this old wood frame bungalow. They fixed the roof and they fixed some of the major things, not everything. Then they sold it at an affordable price to some investor, and they fixed it up, the rest of the way. And now people can live in it and it's back on the tax rolls. Like that's the goal. That relates to the other thing, the building and planning department. I am a huge stickler for good urban planning, and the building department sucks. So all those fees need to be reduced or eliminated. We should not punish people for improving their property. Did you hear me? We should not punish people for improving their property. Right now, as it stands, Harvey and a lot of South suburbs, they punish people. The permits and the fees are excessive. They're just horrible, horrible, horrible. So that's another big thing. And then just beautification. There's so many volunteer groups who are so eager to come and like at no cost to the city to do cleanups. Like I'm involved with the Harvey Neighborhood Network that they have we're planning this beautification program that'll be, I forget, 30 weeks or something. Like that's awesome. The city's paying nothing for that. But in the past, whether it was Kellogg or Clark, I can mostly speak for the last two mayors, but they would like punish people for doing that. So we've got to turn that around and make it so that the city just needs to get out of the way and stop putting up obstacles to people who want to help Harvey. Harvey has so many people who are loyal, who don't even live here, but they love Harvey. They love the city and they want to see it do well. And we need to welcome those people back. The other thing I wanted to say is you have to hire qualified people. Do you know how many people that really understand how the city works that have reached out to me and they were fired either under Kellogg or Clark? And they were good employees, and they actually understood how the water system works, and and how public works works and everything else. And those were the people that, because Kellogg and Clark, they felt threatened by those people because they knew so much, they decided to fire them and replace them with their cronies. We have to reverse that. We want people who are good employees, they're hardworking, and they understand the systems of Harvey. Let's bring those people back and let's hire more qualified people. Another thing I feel very strongly about, and Diana, you can weigh in on this, mandatory residency requirements. If you are not good enough, if my city is not good enough for you to live in, then it's not good enough to pay your salary. Then you can go and work for another city where you can, live in Cherville and work in, whatever, Linwood or Tinley Park or whatever their, whatever town. But I don't think Harvey should be that way. And then some people push back on that and they're like, yeah, but then you're not going to find enough talented people. You know what? If somebody really cares about this city, we as a government, we're going to do our part to clean up the police, the empty properties, all the trash, address the issues with the crime. But I think we can find people that would be willing to move here, But I think that's another really, really important point. Let's see. Hey, Ryan, somber news. And now is the time for citizens to connect for the sake of the community. Prayers to all of Harvey. Thank you, Choose. I agree. Timmy. Yes, I know. I was being nice calling you. It's right. President of the Democratic Women of the South Suburbs. Thank you for reminding me of one of your titles, one of your many titles. Thank you for also answering the questions. Believe me, I'm on my people in my area as well. And some don't like, oh, Miss Regina, where are you from? Where's your area? Tell us. Did Clark pass? Yes. Hello, Common Sense. Prayers to the family, Christopher Clark, in these trying times.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings another point. And Miss Regina, I do want to hear from where you're from. Tell us about where you're from. But I wanted to mention something else is that, do keep in mind that oh, did the mayor really pass away? From what the news is telling us, yes. Um, even though Mayor Clark did a lot of horrible things, and I don't like the way that he governed the city. Remember that there are friends and family of um, Mr. Clark who have nothing to do with
Mm.
what he did, and they are their own people. And you know what? They may not have agreed with what he did either. So we do want to keep that in mind as well, because we don't want to do guilt by association, and now there are people like Mr. Clark's mother, Melanie Whitaker or Melanie White. Now yes, she has supported the corruption and all the horrible things over the years. Okay, now she was definitely in on it. But like I said, we don't know. He could have other family, or the mayor's ex-wife, for instance. We can't automatically just group everybody in and do guilt by association. So do keep that in mind. I currently live in Sheridan, Arkansas. The town's 2 times smaller than Harvey. Oh, Arkansas. Okay, nice. No problem. Common sense. No, Mr. Gina, you're asking the good questions, and that's what I've always said. You have to. We have to be able to ask the hard questions, and as candidates and residents, we have to be able to answer them. And even if you're not running for office, you need to register to vote. So if you live in Harvey right now, get your ass and go register to vote. And if you don't know how, Google it. You can contact me. You can contact Diana. You can contact Amir, anybody. But you do not have an excuse. You need to register to vote, and then you need to start getting educated, and then you need to vote. As Diana said with the police stuff, you can't just sit and ignore stuff. That's not going to fly anymore.
Hmm.
Okay, and then I haven't seen it yet, but Amir did say that he shared I think he shared a statement as well. I think it was on behalf of the Thornton Township Citizens Action Committee.
Mhm.
Beth McBride's giving her condolences as well.
Yeah, definitely condolences to the family, because one thing, because I'm a little bit older than he is, but his mother. The one thing, you as a mother, you never want to have to bury your child, and so this happened. I mean, my heart goes out to her. No matter, besides everything that's going on outside, my heart goes out to her.
Exactly, right. Because it's truly
Won't they be draping the city hall in black soon?
oh, that's a good question. I don't know. That would be a very traditional thing to do. I don't know if people still do
Right,
that.
do it today.
So someone else did message and just said they're very upset that the four Alder yes men, they are going to have to answer, because now the mayor's not around, for bankrupting the city or whatever. Well, actually, we don't even know that the city's bankrupt, because they always agreed with him. Okay. True, 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 true. Yeah, yeah. So people are going to be feeling a lot of emotions right now, and that is
Yeah,
totally normal. Hey, stop messing on my couch. Good boy.
it's a
Uh,
shock, definitely.
right. Yes, exactly. Ooh, speaking of property taxes, oh Lord,
Oh, they come out next month.
I know. I was going to say it's property taxes again. Oh Jesus, help
And
us!
and people must understand, the first installment of the property tax is the biggest amount.
I get
Mm,
nervous.
I get nervous too. Yes, and I'm steady looking for a plumber, but I got one on the way.
Oh, did you find one? Okay, because I was going to say if not, I haven't
Thanks,
had time yet,
Ryan.
but I can text my the guy that I use as well.
Okay.
Did you find one? You found one, ready?
Yeah, I had to call what's some people call? ABC.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, is it like an urgent thing? Because yeah, I'll also send it
Mm-hmm.
to the guy that I know. Okay, give me 1 second.
But you can still send it.
I got another message. I heard the news about the mayor passing away. Now what is there? Okay, let me text her. She texted the wrong.
Yeah, this is just so unfortunate. It's just sad that we now left in limbo, that now we have to figure out how to move forward.
Right.
We will hope and pray that they will do the right thing. The for older person will say, okay, let's come together and let's move the city together as one. But for me, in my humble opinion, what their actions been all along is stubborn, nasty, and still stuck in their ways. So I don't see them making any changes or difference. They're gonna it's like being in a clique. That clique gonna stick together.
Unfortunately, it's probably true.
Mhm.
I do think that we should keep the pressure on though, because like I said, this would be a great, um, this would be an awesome time for the city council to allow new leadership to come in. So I think this would be a great time for Colby. I really do.
So what happened to Corinne Davis then?
Well, no, I mean, Korean. She's an employee. She's not elected, so
Oh,
she cannot be the mayor. I mean, and she
mm,
shouldn't be anyway. She does a
mhm.
horrible job. She makes a lot of money though.
Hey, Crook.
Bless his friends and family, praying for their hard times in this moment. Thank you, Camilla.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
sorority Sigma Gamma Rho alumni chapter is chartered in Harvey. Oh, cool.
Mm,
We do all of our service projects there. The next one at this is at the senior residence Valentine's Day brunch. Oh, okay. Is that the YMCA? The old YMCA? Choose says people can disagree and really not like people, even family, while remembering that we are all human and someone loves them. Exactly, Choose. I
that's
agree.
true.
Hello, Ryan in chat. Tragic day for Harvey. Please, Mr. Ryan, continue to make Harvey a better place for the community and end the corruption in the town. Amen, Brian. That's the prayer. Absolutely. That's our goal. Absolutely. Everyone needs to vote. Thanks, Miss Regina. We care for Harvey. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Odom. We appreciate you. So, for clarity, I used to live in the Chicagoland area and have been moving south out of the cold weather since.
I know
Now
the
is
feeling.
really a time that would be nice. I wish I had a friend. Well, actually, I guess we do have family down south. I was going to say, this would be a great time to go on vacation somewhere warm.
Mhm.
Ryan D. Love, wish you and all well. Thanks, Crook. Thank you. So Crook
Hey,
is the new.
Crook. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, like we can mourn, but we can still talk about it.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. And actually, it's funny, Miss Regina, because you said you're in Arkansas, and there's my aunt's aunt who actually started her graphic design business. I mean, she lived in Harvey, but she started her graphic design business in Harvey. So she had a thriving small business, and then my aunt took it over. But she retired in the Ozarks, so she lives probably not far. Are you in the Ozarks, Miss Regina? Common sense as wow. Crook. Crook.
Mm,
Yeah, what a day! What a day to be alive, huh? All
what a
this stuff.
day. This is, you cannot make this story up, right?
No, it's crazy, man. I
And
was.
but my thought process, I would like for them to bring back the fire department and the police department. But I think
Oh
that
yes, absolutely.
before we can go back
Yes,
100% to where we were before, and before, like with the operating costs, we have
yeah.
to be we really have to stay in a freeze until we're able to dig ourselves out of that. We think it's a $65 million operating cost deficit we have. So bringing
Oh.
everybody back is not going to help us.
So maybe first and foremost, I would say we need we need to open the books, and then we need to figure out where the money is, and then figure out how, and hopefully do this quickly. We can hire back as many essential workers as possible, and then I would
Mhm.
say also, in addition to that, I would say immediately eliminate like no take home cars. Get rid of that shit.
Oh yeah, I see that. That's
Um,
bad in the South suburb.
Yeah, we don't need that, and get rid of all these overpaid department heads. That Clark has kept them while firing and laying off our essential workers.
Mhm.
It's like they don't do the actual city services. They're not, anyway.
Maybe, but in hindsight, maybe that was his gift to them.
What was his what was?
Not letting his people go was a gift to them.
Oh yeah, no, he was always nice to to the people that were doing whatever he wanted. Unfortunately,
No.
not everybody else. Choose says,
Mhm.
"Oh, you're gonna move further south, Miss Regina? Oh, okay. Oh, it's healthy to discuss these things. I agree, choose. And who is the mayor pro tem? So the next step is the city council has to meet and they have to select an interim mayor. So yeah.
Let's see, on Fox 32, this morning I was saddened to have learned of the passing of Harvey's mayor, Christopher Clark, McCaskill said. I want to extend my heartfelt condolences and prayers to the family and friends, supporters, and the city of Harvey.
Mm-hmm,
Ooh,
mm-hmm.
this gonna be so. The details surrounding his death has not yet been released.
Right, right.
City leaders are asking for privacy for the family as they grieve. They can have privacy over there.
They definitely have privacy because they're, as far as we know, they don't live in Harvey, so no one's bothering them. Who
Mm-mm,
knows where they stay? But
mm-mm.
I don't know. Um,
That's wild hundreds.
you're famous. What yours?
Sometimes.
Oh, someone says maybe the Bears will want to take over Harvey for a stadium. Ah, no. But then they would have to like knock down so many homes, and I don't know if there'd be much of Harvey left. Wouldn't that be a big? That'd be a big space. Oh Lord. I
That
guess.
would
I mean, I guess
take.
we could go where Dixie Square was.
I know you would have to go far. How far did that? What is it, about 2 blocks,
I was
three
gonna say,
blocks?
yeah. I don't think we would really have the room for that. But
We don't have
that's
the space for that. Mm-mm.
your mom.
But it would be nice if we could. Um, maybe I know on what's that in? I want to say, oh gosh, it's on State Street. They build a tennis uh complex. Maybe they'll build some kind of complex over there, like a sports complex on Dixie Highway, something that generates money and bring businesses to want to be surrounding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to ideas. We definitely need some ideas. Okina was laughing at that, and
Yeah, because people spend money for their kids to do certain things, right? Because I know
mhm,
I
mhm.
did spend that money unnecessarily, and them jokers don't go nowhere.
Well, that's another thing because the McCaskills were always vying for power and wanting to take control of the city. They're connected to the Kellogg's, to Eric and everything. So um, another potential, I'm going to say, danger is that, and I've heard a few people, sharing rumors that maybe Eric Kellogg would try to run again. Because
Well, hold on, Ryan. At
uh-huh.
one time, I was like, "Oh yeah, he probably could," but after looking at the mess that we have now gotten ourselves in, that he could not get us out of, that helped contribute to the problems that we're having, he should never want to run for another office.
Oh, I know he should, but these people don't care about shoulds. If they can get power and money, they'll take it. But my concern is even if Eric doesn't, I'm worried about because the Kellogg's are connected with the McCaskills. So and they're all connected with Napoleon. So it's like, oh, who knows? Because Eric Kellogg is, we're told, Napoleon Harris's mentor. So that just goes to show why I cannot support Napoleon
Oh,
because
I've heard he's a lot of people's mentors in the Southland. But he didn't financially, um, help Harvey, but he may have you can have mentors that will not be great leaders, right?
um I think people, yeah, I think people liked him. I'm guessing because what, he looked good in a suit. They thought he could he could get, make connections for them or something. But I
Mm,
mean, it's not because of good ethical leadership for community.
mhm. But
But
yeah, I've heard.
and he did grow up in Harvey, and he had a lot
Mhm,
of family, so those were
mhm,
guaranteed votes. He did teach in the area. I'm not
mhm.
saying he was necessarily a good teacher or that he, did everything right. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So it's not like he didn't come from Harvey, but it's just, yeah, oh no, 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 thank you.
Yeah, I think he should pass on that and just continue to be a mentor in the background because,
I
again, I
think
was at 13 years as being a mayor of Harvey.
he should just retire and just go away.
He should
Definitely,
retire.
I don't think he
Mm.
should be anybody's mentor unless he wants to show them how to be a horrible mayor.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I don't know him that well, so I'm not gonna say that. But I
Oh
just
yeah.
think that
Oh no,
I,
he's horrible.
I just like first of all, everybody. One thing I realized and learned real quickly: everybody's related to somebody out in the suburbs,
Right.
especially political wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then the Kellogg's. I'm sure there's still plenty of Kellogg's in Harvey as well.
Hmm.
Andrew says, "Holy cow! I'm kind of shocked." I know, Andrew.
I'm
Right?
shocked too.
These people don't care about their legacy. No, they don't. They really don't. And they would bring someone back from, the deepest shame you could have as a politician for having totally run Harvey into the
Oh,
ground. They would. They bring him back if it meant that they could get a job. Because remember, when Kellogg was in office for 16 years, his family and his friends
succeed.
they did great, but they totally raped and pillaged the city for 16 years. But they did great. If you were his family or one of his, appointed buddies, they did great. They got a lot of city property for cheap or for nothing. They, I mean, we still can't, we cannot issue bonds as a municipality because of the hotel scandal that the mayor was involved in. And, we still owe millions of dollars. And that was what, 2007 now? That
Was it
was
2007
some
or
years ago.
I just looked at it? Okay, let me look for it.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Let's see. I agree. Tea time. Okay.
Mm. In 2003 to 2019 was multiple bonds issued. 2016 to 2018 bond payments were default, and that's when state began to intercepting revenue for pension. Um,
Mm.
what's
Oh, and the water fund, Kellogg. So Kellogg, they were taking money from what the other towns were paying Harvey. That's another thing that I would like to improve immediately. Between Kellogg and Clark, Mayor Graves did a very good job managing the water fund. So under Graves, we had a very well-run water department, and um, we made money because we were a primary source. So Harvey buys water from Chicago and then sells it to other municipalities. Under Kellogg and Clark, we lost all of our water clients, I think, except for maybe three now. And even the ones we have, they don't want to buy water from us because we're so horrible. I mean, that's crazy. That was easy money, easy money. And they just totally screwed it over.
Yeah, so one thing that Harvey was doing it for years, and it went back to the 80s where they was spending money out of different areas to cover certain budgets, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how really they got into debt.
Oh, and Beth says hello. Hey, Beth. And hey, Ramona.
Hey,
Hey, ladies.
Ramona.
How you ladies doing? Are you
Hey,
ladies? Are you?
Beth.
How do you feel? How do you feel? Are you feeling okay? Are you shocked? Are you sad? Are you angry? What are your feelings?
Yeah, that's a
Tell
good
us
one.
the
What are your
feeling word.
feelings? I'm just like I was when I called you twice because normally I wouldn't call you twice like that. It was like, nah, this ain't true. Ryan ain't said nothing. This ain't true.
Right? No, no, absolutely. You want to make sure that it's not a rumor. No, no, I totally agree with that.
My sincere condolences to the family and friends. Yeah, definitely that.
Oh yeah. Oh, Beth. Beth. Thank you. Thank you, Beth. Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to lose a loved one. Even in this situation, it's still hard to lose somebody.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, to lose a parent. But gee Louise, what we gonna do next? I think this evening I'm gonna have to wise light to see if they drape the city hall. Comment said, "Who is the pro temp?"
Oh,
We
again.
don't know yet.
Beth Love, Ramona, best of wishes. Hello, Crook. Who's Mayor
Oh,
Pro Tem? So yeah, we don't know yet. They gotta call a special meeting and vote. They're gonna select one of the council members.
yes. My alderman called and said nothing to us.
Oh, I was gonna
If you
say,
don't,
where's
if you
Tyrone in
don't
all
listen to
this?
the news,
Right.
mm-mm,
Where's Mr. Rogers in all this? No word, huh?
mm-hmm.
Why am I not shocked? Let me see. Beth
But I
says.
think that, but but the way that Randall L answered that question last week, said he's
Mhm.
only human. They knew something.
Right, and it's really a scandal that the public wasn't told. You don't have to tell people the details, but at least let them know where their leaders are. You can't just disappear for months. Beth says, "I always want to see the best come out, people. My prediction is the OT. OT, what's that? Does anyone know who will step up for the people of
That's
Harvey?"
all on Facebook.
Well, we all have to step up right now. Yeah. There's no automatic mayor pro tem or interim mayor. No, it has to be voted in by the current council. I'm saddened by the news. Prayers to family. My prediction is, Beth says, is the other four will go back and forth, but after a long meeting will happen in the interim. You mean the interim mayor position? Yeah, I mean, I think that would make the most sense. Like, why would any of the four of them be selected? They're total failures. You know, they've done nothing but help the city go deeper into problems. And then Tracy, I don't know. I don't think Tracy's that interested. That's why I was saying Colby would be my best guess. You know.
But let's be clear. Just because you feel that way, don't mean them four are not gonna stick together.
Right. Oh no, they might still but again, I don't care how they feel. That's where we as residents got to put our feet down. So if you're in
Mhm.
in any of those wards, you know, whether you have Shirley, Tyrone, Delaney, or Dominique, you really need to make your voice heard right now. Like once they tell us when the meeting is, like I'm gonna do some lives, send out some texts, videos, emails, because you need to make your voice heard. I don't care what those aldermen want. You are the people. You tell them what you want, especially if they're representing your ward.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if the people get out. Oh, was there Harvey Park District meeting tonight or yesterday?
Oh, not the, no, no, I don't think
I
so.
was.
Well, they only meet quarterly. That's
Oh,
that's a
okay.
whole other scandal. They only meet every quarter. It's crazy. And Common Sense thought it was a designated position. No, not as far as I can see in the law. No, mm-mm, no. Beth, how human of you. Colby has the support of the people. Hi, Kirk County. Thank you. Blessings to you. I think those four will fight each other a long meeting. I think so. Like, yeah, probably. Ramona, very nice of you
Yeah,
too.
I can see Delaney Smith. Yeah,
Right.
I can
So
see her.
I'm not saying I expect them to do the right thing, but I'm saying we're gonna have to hold their feet to the fire and say hell no. Like people better
Oh,
show up before the meeting and then show up at the meeting. And I expect yelling and shouting and like you better make some noise. They don't just get to do what they have done for years now and just be like, okay, it's time for a vote. And we're voting, you know, Shirley's gonna be you know, the interim mayor. No. People need to stop being so polite. This is your government, people. So with the stores and other places that he closed down, but what happened to those places? Did they go back to the regular work schedule or what?
Mm.
That I cannot tell you. I don't know because I don't know who's making decisions now. I'm guessing it's Korean Davis, the city manager. I don't know. Good question.
Mm.
Denise, counting on you, Beth, to stop the bashing. Yeah. Well, there's I don't think no one's bashing Clark here. We're
Where you
just
get the bashing from?
yeah, we're just talking about the facts of what he's done, but I can D for Alderwomen. Crook is sending you a shout out. That plant lady, I can see us being taken to court. Thank you. Miss Smith is going to be
Hey.
very loud and disagreeable. That's funny. Most cities elect a mayor pro tem at the start of a new term. Maybe. Ryan for mayor. All things critical. Hey, I appreciate the
Mm.
support. I appreciate the shout out. I appreciate the support. No matter what I do, I will always put the people of Harvey first. That's what we have to do. And I will push for the right thing to be done because I'm tired of people getting stepped over. That's not the job of government. Ooh, that pisses me off. Let's see. So Beth has to stop strong people from bashing. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Whatever.
It's all on Facebook. I was looking for Kobe Chapman, see if she said anything.
Right. I was gonna say I know I left a message for Colby. I did text her. I'm
Mm.
guessing at some point she's gonna release a statement. You know. Um,
Right.
Larry. Let me see.
Oh, yes, no. She has not updated her page yet.
Nothing. Okay.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm wore out. And I'm still waiting for the people to come. Oh, wait a minute. I missed 2 calls. Oh, Etna call. Oh, one moment,
I was
Ryan. Let me
gonna
call
say
Miss Etna.
yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to call her, I was gonna say because I got to call. I'm gonna call Carlita too. No, I meant that Beth is nice about it, respectful, not bashing the mayor, but he's the reason I moved. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry, Camilla. Yeah, that's what really breaks my heart. You're not the only one. I've heard of other people saying that too. So, yeah. Hello. Hi. How are you? Hey, I'm just you just caught me in a live. We're talking about the mayor's recent death. Yeah, that's what the news is reporting. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good question. We don't really know exactly. It sounds like someone's saying, um, or a few sources are saying maybe, he was sick with something, but just not a lot of information. Not a lot of information. It sure would be nice to get more information.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's just
the process. So
not bashing the mayor, but
yeah, as
he's the
far as
reason
I
I
can
moved.
tell, I shared this on Facebook too. But as far as I can tell, they have to call a special meeting and then vote on an interim mayor until the election next year.
So do you know legally how long does that process? Is it within days or weeks?
Oh wait, hold on 1 second, D. Let me just finish this phone call. Um, um, yeah, no, I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Let's figure this out.
I mean, it's been obviously difficult for anyone who has a business or businesses in Harvey. It's been very difficult the past few years, so that's why a lot of people are also
Mm.
panicking and people just want to know what
Mm.
it means and how things are going to progress. So, but yeah, it's been very difficult for anyone who has a business. Very difficult. Mhm. Mm. Oh yeah, that's true. Because I don't even know if we have dentists in Harvey. That's a good
In
question.
Riverdale. Oh,
Yeah.
they use. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, no. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it, and just stay tuned. You know, you can always tune in. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I have a few. I'm on YouTube right now, but I have a few channels. Yeah, I'll send you a link. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. You too. Oh, thank you. Bye bye. Okay. So
So they have up
that
until
was
he'd
just
have 60 days per chat GPT to appoint a new mayor.
yeah. There probably is a time limit, right? She is popping bottles right now. Oh, you're talking about Colby, probably. Critical smoker.
I don't think she would be popping
That's
bottles.
that's a plan. Ryan for mayor. Oh, I would like. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. I would like to be in the voting meeting. It's going to be historic. Definitely.
Yeah, you know it's
Definitely.
gonna be packed in.
Minion. Sorry. Oh, Camilla. Contact Minion Ryan. Yeah, I wonder if Minion knows. Thank you, Denise. Love you. Hello, Minion the God. Love you too,
Man.
Beth. Where's Minion? Wow. Tiffany
Oh,
gone, Riverdale Mayor Jackson in jail, and Mayor Clark passing. The whole south suburbs of Chicago now has a chance to elect honest and decent people to represent us. Right, Jersey? Man, we got
hmm
to be aggressive and take that. Clarence George. A source is saying he was allegedly found in a motel on 159th. Oh,
I
well,
don't know. That's allegedly. Can't ain't gonna go
that's
there with that
stuff
one.
that we want to verify. Like, what really
Yeah.
happened? We don't know. We don't know. I would like to get this stuff verified for sure.
Yes.
Someday, if they all vote on it. A friend of mine thinks a decision about a mayor pro tem should happen immediately. Yeah, they should call a meeting immediately. They should. No dentist in Harvey. Yeah, I don't know of any
Mm-mm.
dentists. Maybe there's one by Ingles, but we used to have a lot. Allegedly, be careful with rumored comments. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any. But by the way, we also don't really have confirmation of that he died in the hospital. We don't have confirmation of anything right now. So that's why I'm just telling people. The only thing I think we can count on is that he's passed away. But other than that, I want to see proof of how, when, where. When Mayor Jackson was convicted, Riverdale immediately appointed a trustee as new mayor. Correct. That is the same thing that Harvey will do. Yeah, they met and they elected an interim mayor, and I forget her name. She's a lady.
Oh, she sure is. You met her in Blue Eye.
Yeah,
I mean, in Riverdale.
yeah. Yeah, when I covered
Oh, she
one
said check.
meeting,
Oh,
check
let's check
65.
that one.
Right, and that is in my Facebook post as well that I shared. I sent a text to Minion. Good. Hello, Ryan and D Love. Hey, Edna.
Hey, Edna.
Oh, hey, girl.
Sound just like her.
What you up
Yeah.
to,
And
Miss
you know what
Edna?
I thought about? And I just saying that they put out a statement today of his passing. That doesn't necessarily say that he passed today.
Mm, exactly. That's why I really try, doing local reporting, and as we're trying to, like Amir and others, we're trying to encourage other local citizen reporters, because I don't trust corporate media, um, to not only ask the hard questions, but if we don't have the proof, just be careful of saying things that are for sure. So that's why I said
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you for sure, because you know we can only I at this point I can only report what I'm seeing in other media, because I don't have like access to go take pictures of, like, this was where he passed away. Let's all
Right.
unite to stop corruption in the city. I agree, Brian. Oh, are you in
I
Harvey, Brian?
agree.
Do you live in Harvey, Brian? Maybe you do, and I just forgot that. Would you like to see the body? Denise, good question.
No,
I think.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? I
No,
think a lot of people would, just as a way of closure. I know a lot of people for funerals, they like that.
no.
But Diana says no thanks. I don't need to. And you know what? That's fine too. Like I said, I don't judge people. Everybody has a different reaction to death.
They said a special council meeting will be held to appoint a mayor pro temp. I'm telling you, them four amigos, they are on the phone with each other right now.
Right. They probably, you know what? They've probably been planning though. That's the thing. That's the crazy
Mm-hmm.
thing. They've been planning because can you believe that they hid this from us? To
Yes.
me, that's the galls. Like, how could you do that? If
Yes.
you knew that he has been in trouble, anyway. You heard how Randall L was extremely disrespectful when I asked him the question after the last meeting, and then he said, "That's such a stupid question." He said that a few times, and then he said, "Well, what do you think I should know where he is? You think I follow him around to Walmart?" And I was like, "Well, that's not a very
I didn't know he would be a man. Is he a pastor?
that's a good question. I don't know." Ryan, what's your email? I need to send you audio. Okay, sure. I'll post my email link or in the chat. Sorry. Right at RyanSkateChicago.com. And then if you all need just let me make sure that went through first. Oh, you live in Chicago, Brian. Oh, that's okay though. Hey, solidarity wherever you're at. Ryan and D Love look like reporters on a news station. Yes. Woo. Well, I'm recording from my
Hey.
comfy couch. Sorry, I don't look as official as Dee. She's got her nice background, but
Listen.
ABC said he passed today. Okay.
Okay, so he did pass today. Okay.
A friend of mine is making phone calls to Harvey residents for a local person. She is talking mostly to Latino residents, and they are frightened of the Harvey
Mm.
partnership. Oh, absolutely. And by the way, we have had that since way before Trump
Um,
and this latest iteration of ICE. I want people to know. So for people that are new to this whole thing of like where immigrants are afraid, our mayors here have been terrorizing our immigrants for years. Okay, that worked. Do that now, Ryan. Get the 911 call. That charter needs to be modified. There should always be a council person in the role, mayor pro tem. Crazy. Yeah, I'm not aware of it being in the city ordinances, but anybody can Google them. You just Google Harvey City Code. They're public. I can even show you how to do it. Tracy says, let's not forget about the board fighting in Thornton Township after Frank Z died. Right. So we never know. We don't know what's gonna happen. Also, I'll give just if you just go to the website, ryanskatechicago.com, it has everything. Twitter, not Twitter. Do I have a Twitter? Actually, I think I do. I just don't use it. But, email, phone number, all the social media. Crook says suicide, overdose, heart attack. Right. We don't know. We don't know anything.
Yeah, so I don't want to even speculate on that part.
Yeah, we have no idea. No idea.
Let's see.
So that is my contact info. Also, I'll share again the link to the Facebook. So if you wanted to see the specific references to, the law and everything, this is what I had shared. So it says, Municipal Code for Illinois, 65 ILCS, Chapter 5, 3.1 to 10 -50. And then, what else did I want to show you guys here? I'll bring it out. Let me show you how easy it is. Okay, so you just go to Google and you search Harvey City Code. Okay, look, it's the first one that comes up. Codepublishing.com. Click on that. Boop. And here you have the whole code. And then let's say you want to know, they have a search function. Let's say, and I've searched before, but let's say you want to see, does the code say anything about resignations? We have 2 hits. One in the law department. What is it about? At the top, it says law department. So let's see, corporation counsel, materials property of the city. Okay, so here it's talking about a city lawyer resigning. That's not what we want. Then you can go to here. Here's the other hit. This is talking about emergency services and disaster agency. So this is talking about the emergency services coordinator. What would happen when they resign? Okay, that's not what we want. Then let's just say you're curious. Okay, but what about the mayor? Search for mayor. You have a whole bunch of stuff, obviously, but let's start with mayor. Okay, chapter 2-04. This is everything about the mayor. So it talks about appointment, authority. ordinance enforcement, signature, secretary,
Oh,
contracts, coordinator, and freedom of information officer. There's nothing about, resignation or what happens if they step down. But I just wanted to show you guys that because, again, don't take my word, don't take Dee's word for things. Look, I want to give you the tools to ask the questions and find the information for yourself. That's what I want everybody to do. Don't believe people. I mean, you can listen to people, but find it for yourself. Trust your senses. And then let's say, okay, but what about under city council? Okay, so city council and wards of the city. Let's see, mayor. This is talking about special meetings. No, this is talking about committee meetings. This is talking about, remember when the mayor had them put this in because he didn't want the alderman talking to any of the city staff. So he actually pushed through this ordinance that said that they had to contact the mayor. But that's not what we're looking for. But I just wanted to share that just so you guys can see where that's at. All right, let's go back up and catch up here.
so I took that ordinance, had to drop it in Chat GPT because that's a lot of reading. So January 30th is when the mayor passed away. Office is officially vacant immediately. Early February 2026, the next council meeting, they are to vote on who's going to be the pro temp. Now, if they don't vote, if they don't put anyone in their seat within so many days, it has to wait until election, and then the people will have to vote.
Oh, does it say that in the state law? I forgot. You could be right.
I had to put in Chat GPT to help because
Does
that
it
was
say it goes to popular vote? Oh, that would be interesting.
yeah.
Okay, I should bring that up too.
So, does this trigger an election in 2026? Typically, mayoral terms context. Most Illinois mayors elect in April 2025. Term runs May to June. Okay, so if the mayor dies more than 28 months remaining in the term or more than 130 days, the April 2027 municipal election.
Mm-hmm.
And this gets complicated. Hey, Amanda.
Oh, hey, Amanda, you're here.
Mandy said she had to stop what she doing.
Right. Denise said, so very glad to see how happy Clark was at the Christmas party. At least we know his last Christmas was wonderful, watching him celebrate with the seniors, laughing, eating, and dancing. He did seem happy. There's probably things he knew that was coming that we don't know. Indictments, you never know. Yep. Tracy, I do not think that four of the aldermen will agree with each other. Yeah, she says, Beth, I agree. Yes, Denise. Hey, Ryan, and no apologies. Today is a shift in Harvey. It sure is, Jabbar.
There's a shift in Harvey. You right about that.
This is what I want to know, too. Who's been closing the businesses if he was sick? So if he truly was sick and not making those types of decisions, which is partly under the mayor's purview, I don't agree with what the decisions he was making, but that is part of the mayor's power. I don't know. I mean, I would guess Korean Davis, city manager, but who's been running the city? That's what we've been wanting to know since October.
Korean.
That's what I'm thinking, right? Hey, Ryan, where did they say they find him at? Someone said a motel, but
Ryan, don't repeat that if you don't know that. Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, that's what someone said. It doesn't mean that it's true or it's not true. We don't know. Crook, probably none of those things, as he's been missing from meetings for months. Let's see. Good question, Cynthia. Ryan just sent it. Okay, I'll check. Hey, Mandy. I know, what a distraction when you're at work, right, Amanda? I mean, Mayor Clark has been losing a lot of weight. Several people have said that they were concerned for his health. How many votes do we have to get? 4. I think 4 is I think the amount of votes we need to the city council to pass, to select an interim mayor. Harvey will have an awful time functioning without a mayor pro tem. No, but I don't think they're going to wait that long. They shouldn't, unless they're just really stupid about it.
Right.
Remember, you're running for office. Don't give them ammunition to use against you later. Watch what you say. Right? Yeah. Oh no, but I haven't said anything that I regret.
I wonder. Listen, let me ask you this: can we go to the meeting and have a sign and like who we want to get
Why
into?
not? It's
And
your
then
city. Is that what you want to do, Diana? Is that what you want to do?
I think that would be dope because now they're not going to take nothing away from us, right?
They never should have in the damn first place. Ooh, that
I
pissed
get
me
that, but I'm just saying now they got
off.
to, see the people with the signs, and this is who the people want in office.
Right. Hey, it is your city. Is that what you? That's why I said. Is that what you want to do?
I think it'd be, yeah, we could do that.
Then you know what?
Make
I
some
will do it.
signs. Okay.
Is it
I got two
something that
printers.
is it something that's hurting people or hurting yourself?
How's it hurting me?
Exactly. I say then do it.
I'm just saying, like, it's like I remember when Glennis used to go to the meeting. I still had the she printed out the thumbs down, and she used to hold it
Yes.
up and in silence, protest in silence.
Right. See, we have to find our voices again. It's so important. So that's what those are the questions that I use when I'm determining whether to do something. Is it right or wrong? Is it going to hurt me? Is it going to hurt others? If not, usually it's something you can do. Let's see, we can hold signs, of course, yeah. But no, I wouldn't even want that. I want people to be rowdy, like yell and shout. Like if they just want to try to quickly put Shirley up there, like hell no. The residents have to stand up and participate.
I agree. But
You get it,
sometimes,
girl.
in my humble opinion, and because I'm older too, that yelling and screaming don't always move people. That cause resistance.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it has to be at the appropriate time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, not the whole meeting. But but in other words, like the times, like that's what I always did when the mayor would, when that's why one of the reasons why he would try to silence me when he would try to shut Colby up when she wanted to ask a question. And I would say, hey, that's my alderwoman. Let her speak.
Yeah.
He didn't like that. Too fucking bad. You know what? I
Yes.
shouldn't have been the only one shouting. It should have been every fucking voice shouting in there. And they should have all been saying, boo, 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 until he let Colby speak.
Mhm.
So shame on everybody else. But I said, oh, well, I'll do it. Because you know what? Just because you're not the one being silenced, if you allow someone else to be silenced, then one day it's going to be you and who's going to speak up for you. So that's how I view stuff.
Okay.
That says Colby Chapman for mayor. Everything is alleged. We're just doing an investigation. Right, exactly. If we can't get the answers, only one way to get it is to investigate. So please, and please, please, if anybody has any information, I will show you how to make an anonymous tip again. I'm going to remind you that. Cindy says that they cannot have a majority vote. The alderman with the most seniority is appointed. I don't think so, but that actually brings me to the law. So let's look up that law.
Yes.
Let's
Shirley Jawinski. No, I'm cool with that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want people just to be like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do. You have to make your voice heard. If you don't make your voice heard, you know what happens is if you don't make your voice heard, eventually you see like what's happening in Minnesota. The authorities will just come up and shoot you. I mean, but the point is we should never let it get to that point. If you let it get to that point, that just means that you've been passive for way too long. Okay.
Oh, he sent you the 911 call.
Right.
Clarence George Jr.
Yeah, he said I haven't checked it yet, but I will. Where's the Oh, Illinois Municipal League too. Let me see their link because that probably would be good. Oh.
Oh, and if you look at Clark, he started to lose a lot of hair features.
Oh.
You notice that?
Yeah. People did say that. That's true. Where is that? Where's the Oops, wait, is it this one? I found one of the bills. Oh yeah, this is it, right? 65 ILCS 5/ okay. That wasn't
65.
the website I wanted, but I found it. Oops, who's calling me? Hold on one second. Hello. Oop. Oh my God, y'all! I can't even get anything done.
No work for you today.
I mean, it's okay though. This doesn't happen every day.
I believe they cannot have a majority vote for mayor. Alma would be the most
Hello.
seniority. I believe it is Jawinski, Shirley Jawinski.
Oh,
then
okay. Hold on
Keys.
one second. You go ahead. You go ahead, D. I just gotta.
Okay.
Oh, you okay? Okay. Yes.
Did you
Yeah.
mute?
Okay.
I don't know why you don't mute the.
Okay. All right, I will. Okay.
Oh, I want to go look out the window. And listen, we got parking. What's it called? Plate stickers, window stickers are due.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Don't forget to get your car stickers, people. I just bought mine too. Don't forget to buy your car stickers, people. This is okay. So yeah, I think this is what I found, but let me see if I can find it in another format. Hold on. I did find the law I was looking for, but give me 1 second. 1 second, and then we'll bring it up because I love to go to the source.
Some questions.
You've got to ask questions, people. You've got to ask questions. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So let's find here. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Hold on, let me catch up with the comments and then I'll look at this.
Oh, and make it bigger.
Yes. Crook, we can investigate. My question is this: will the death certificate on the mayor be made public? That should be public eventually. Tip line anonymously. I've sent the 911 call. Okay, I will do that. Some villages and cities have adopted the ordinance. If not, it is done according to state statute. Yeah, we don't have any ordinance on it, so I'm going to go over the state statute right now. I've asked Ryan that same question this morning. Good question, Crook. Hey, Ryan. How much snow are you getting now? It's really come down here. Oh, Lord, please don't say that.
It don't look like a lot of snow. I mean, like it stopped.
Okay, good, because it was just there. I'm like, we don't say that S word. Oh, same question to you, D. Yeah. Well, we're both in Harvey, but yeah.
Same question to you, D. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, hopefully. Denise, where are you at? Is it snowing? It's snowing a lot where you're at?
Don't say Florida.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, that would be crazy. That would be crazy, right? Okay, so let's briefly go over this, and then I'm gonna.
Oh, thank you.
Check something else. Okay, can you guys see it better now?
Yes, they gotta go up. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. So elective office becomes vacant. All right, municipality has under 500,000. So by resignation, okay, it's not that. Okay, that's not really what we want. Conditional resignation. Oh, here we go. Vacancy by death or disability. Okay. So again, if you're just joining, Chris Clark has passed away. We are looking at the Illinois law that tells you what to do if this happens. A vacancy occurs in an office by reason of the death of the incumbent. The date of the death may be established by the date shown in the death certificate. So there we go, Beth. That should be made public, I would think. The corporate authorities, okay, so that, to my understanding, that means the city council. The corporate authorities have the authority to make the determination whether an officer is incapable of performing. Oh no, that's not what happened. Okay, that's no, because we know he passed away. Yeah. Abandonment. Okay, I was getting close to say we should see if it's abandonment because he was just nowhere to be found. Guilty of a criminal. Now, this is what happens to the Riverdale mayor, okay? So as the law says...
I'll just call Bert Alderson.
You said you called Bert?
No, you call Bert. That's what Crook told you.
Oh, we could, I guess, and ask Bert. I'm not... he works... oh, Lord. But yeah, he is an expert on these laws. I'm not always thrilled with some of the decisions he choices he makes, but he definitely is an expert on these laws. So anyway, yeah, the Riverdale mayor was removed immediately because of that, declared void. Oh, this is interesting. Owing a debt to the municipality. Did you know that? Someone said that. Someone said they were trying to get Colby disqualified with that. A vacancy occurs if a municipal official fails to pay a debt to a municipality in which the official has been elected or appointed. That's interesting. You know, in other words, like trying to, let's say they'll try, maybe they were trying that with me too. Maybe that's why they were giving me all those bogus tickets.
Oh, well, let me go get this city sticker.
You should
Yeah, that's what they got me on a city sticker and ticket both cars. I'm like, I've been here all this time.
I know, and they're petty about it. It's like, take care of the city's business first. Okay, let me see. That's the debt. No. Okay, election of an acting mayor. We don't have a president. Now, this is something to know, okay? It does not create a vacancy.
Hey, sure.
It does not create a vacancy in the original office of the person on the city council, okay? So let's say that they elect, hold on, somebody else calling. Hi, Cindy. Oh yeah, we're actually reviewing it right now on the live. You said the circuit court can intervene?
But will they intervene?
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I know someone else said call Bert Odelson. Unless you know of another lawyer. Oh yeah. I think that's the one that we pulled up. But thank you. I'll check that too. Okay, thanks, Cindy. Okay, bye. All right, so she was just reaching out to share. I think it's the same ordinance. Hi, Boogies. Hi, baby. I know you always want attention. So for instance, if this what I have highlighted, it means whoever is voted to be interim mayor, they don't lose their aldermanic seat. Okay, so there's no one that has to, let's say if they choose Colby as interim mayor, there's no one is going to be chosen to fill her aldermanic seat. That's what it's saying. Unless the person resigns from the original office following election as acting mayor. Okay. Now, if they were, okay, so let's just say, I like to use real examples because then it helps us to understand. So let's say Colby was elected interim mayor and she resigned from her aldermanic position. Then the original office must be filled pursuant to the terms of this section, and the acting mayor shall exercise the powers of the mayor and shall vote and have veto power in the manner provided by law. In other words, it would be the same procedure as if an aldermanic seat were vacated, and then typically I think the mayor appoints and the city council confirms, I believe.
So quick question then, that you said that. So if no matter whatever six alder person becomes the mayor pro tem, what happens to their seat?
Yeah. So according to this law, from as far as I can tell, they don't lose their seat. It's unless they formally resign from their seat, but they don't have to, according to this law. If the person does not resign from the original office, then the acting mayor or acting mayor shall exercise the powers of the mayor but shall be entitled to vote only in the manner provided for as the holder of the original office and shall not have the power to veto. Oh, that's the difference. Oh my God, there's so much to this, you guys. So does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So let's say if I'm just using Colby as an example, whatever. But
Mhm.
yeah, so if Colby is elected interim mayor and she does not resign her aldermanic seat, then according to this, it says they will exercise the powers of the mayor, but they can only vote in the manner provided for as the holder of the original office. In other words, they have an aldermanic vote. So they don't get to veto because the mayor gets to
Oh.
veto. So, as according to the law, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just saying, according to what I'm reading here, uh, if you don't resign your aldermanic seat and get someone appointed, to fill that seat when you're the interim mayor, then you
Mhm.
can vote, but your vote is like an aldermanic vote, so you don't get the veto power.
Mm.
Right? Doesn't it? It's like, ooh,
Man.
multiple layers, multiple layers. And this one is good to know too. If the person does not resign from the original office, okay, if that
Mhm.
person's original term of office has not expired when the mayor is elected, the acting mayor will return to their original office. For us, that will not apply. So don't worry about this portion, okay? That does not apply to Harvey because we do not have staggered municipal elections. Everyone is elected at the same time. That
Mm.
would be like if let's say if they had chosen Colby as interim mayor and she had only served 2 of 4 years. Then that would mean when a new mayor was elected, she could go back and serve the remaining 2 years of her aldermanic position. But like I said, that doesn't apply with Harvey. We don't have staggered terms. Everybody's up at the same time. But that looks like that's it. Now, so that's all I see as far as time was, but then I see the time limits here. Appointment to fill alderperson or trustee. Then it says if you need to fill that alderperson vacancy, it says it must be made within 60 days. Okay. So from my understanding, again, let's say Colby's interim mayor, and she says, I want to have the power to veto. So I
Mm.
am giving up my aldermanic seat. Then they're supposed to appoint someone to replace her as alderperson within 60 days after the vacancy. And then it says,
Ooh.
once it's qualified, a qualified person has been forwarded to the corporate authorities. Remember, that's the city council. The city council shall act upon the appointment within 30 days. If the appointment fails to receive the advice and consent of the corporate authorities within 30 days, the mayor or president, the mayor, we'll just say acting mayor. Acting mayor shall appoint and forward to the corporate authorities a second qualified person. A second
Like
qualified.
Amanda would take her spot if she.
Well, no, she's in the fifth ward, but
Oh.
yeah. So let's
Oh,
say
you, right?
right, like I'm in the second ward. I could, it would have to be someone in the second ward, right? Or let's
Oh.
say they voted in Randall L. Then Amanda, and he said, I want to have veto power, so I'm going to give up my aldermanic seat, and then the mayor, the acting mayor, who would then be Randall L, would appoint someone. But let's just assume he's going to appoint one of his buddies or lackeys or whatever. So he appoints person A, then the city council has to approve that person, and if they
Mm.
don't, they have 30 days to do that. Okay. And then if they don't, the mayor sends a second qualified person. So then let's say Randall L could if he's interim mayor, he could say, okay, what about person B?
So
Then they
this
have 30 days to act on that.
so
So
this really goes on what happened to Tiffany Hingert in Thornton Township.
I guess it kind of sounds like it, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Sounds very similar. If the appointment of the second person fails to get approval by the board, yeah, it does sound like that. Then the acting mayor, without the advice and consent of the corporate authorities, may make a temporary appointment from those persons who were appointed. temporary appointment from those persons who were appointed. Oh, okay, like from the choice A and choice B.
Mhm.
Whose appointments failed, okay. The person receiving the temporary appointment shall serve until an appointment has received the advice and consent and the appointee has qualified, or until the person has been elected and has qualified, whichever first occurs. So in other words, let's say then Randall L says, you guys didn't like my A or B person, fine. I'm gonna put my A person in here until you guys have to approve, either A or B.
Mhm.
And then that
That's right,
person could
Crook.
serve as the alderman until, in this case, it would be until the 2027 election or until the board would approve them. So that is interesting. That's very interesting.
Mhm.
Election to fill vacancies in municipal offices with 4-year terms. If a vacancy occurs in an elected municipal office with a 4-year term. Yeah, okay, and we covered that already. So if there's enough, if it's less than 28 months in the term, then, which is our case, right? The vacancy must be filled by the corporate authorities electing one of their members as acting mayor. So it's basically, if they don't have much of a term left,
True share.
city council has to elect has to pick the interim mayor. And then it says, now what's also interesting, right, is that they shall perform the duties and possess all the rights and powers of the mayor until the next one's elected.
Mm.
Now but however, like I said, unless there's some other case law that I'm not aware of, this is only in villages with a population of less than 5,000. We are not that. We're about 19,000 or 20,000. If each of the trustees either declines the election, blah 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 blah, or basically they don't pick someone
Mhm.
to be mayor, then it says the trustees may elect as acting The trustees may elect as acting president any other village resident who's qualified to hold the office. Isn't that interesting? And the acting president shall exercise the powers of the president and shall vote and have veto power. But that's, like I said, forget that because that's not us. We're not that size. Alderperson. If the vacancy is in the office of alderperson, the vacancy must be filled by the mayor or the president or acting mayor, acting president, as the case may be, in accordance with subsection E. We just went over that. So in the case of the township, I guess, do you remember who was the acting supervisor? They must have. Did they vote to?
Wasn't it that in
No.
Crook County? Wasn't it that it was a lady?
Like that was like the chair or something, for the meetings when they were voting to pick a replacement for.
I want to say it was some older black lady.
2-year term. Maybe it was Joyce. So I think was Joyce the lady who passed away. I think so. But that's it. Yeah, that is it, you guys. So that is it.
Whoa! First, Don Lemon. That's the reason why I turned the news on today because I saw
What
Don
happened to
Lemon
Don
went to
Lemon?
jail. Went to jail.
Oh.
So then I hear about Clark, and I'm like, oh my God. Dave, Chicago News, Parkview. You know Dave, Chicago News? He says on Parkview Motel, 159th and Halsted.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Cindy. I saw where you gave us the state statute. Thank you so much. I got mine. You got your sticker.
Okay.
Good, Edna.
She got us. Where'd she get that sticker from?
Is the corporate authority responsible for filling the vacancy by appointing a qualified individual to serve until the next election? Right, exactly. Ryan, I'm in the southwest suburbs, Burr Ridge, about a 40-minute drive to Harvey. Oh, yeah. Oh, so you're getting snow in Burr Ridge. Okay, cool, Denise. I know Burr Ridge. Yeah.
I don't see no snow down here.
My really good lender works there. Hello? Uh-huh.
Oh, he on the phone, y'all.
Oh, okay, sure. Hold on 1 second. Dee, you can take over for a minute.
Oh, okay. Ryan want me to hold it down till you come back. Yes. Let's look at I don't have access to the chat, but does it have to be anonymous to elect the interim mayor? No, they just need they need 4 people to vote the new pro tem in. In my opinion, uh, I think those 4 are gonna stick together out of, loyalty. I'll share. Thanks, Crook. That made it more fair. Crook, that's why she was appointed second in that deadline. Yes, I remember that video on that for Tiffany, how she got into office for the Thornton Township. The last minute, they had called these names out, and they only had like within seconds before it had to go the to the people to be voted, and they didn't want it to go to the people. What may be what I might think what may be interesting is, let's see what the McCaskills do. Will they run? He thinks him. Say he think him and his wife is over the. Oh, listen. So that's gonna be interesting. What is Chris Moore saying? I'm surprised he's not on this live today. Or the McCaskill. I'm sure he's gonna run for this position. The way that Randall L sat in that seat during the absence of Clark, that lets me to believe that Randall L knows he sat in that seat like he was smug, like he knew what was going on. So I believe that Ryan, what was the date? And you and Amir's walk out in front of Clark's house. Oh, that was just a couple of weeks ago. But I'm not going over there today. And his home is right near the hospital. Literally the next block from the hospital.
Oh,
So
right. That's a good question too. Yeah, I'm back. I wonder what happened. I wonder if there's anything happening near his house.
I ain't driving over there.
But yeah, Denise, I one of my good lender partners that I use. She's a wonderful, wonderful lender. She's done loans for so many of my clients and myself, and her office is in Burbage. Who gave me that tip? I checked my email. I don't have it. Can you check the email address again? I'll give it to you again in the chat. Okay, I did not get it. So please send that to me because I did not get it. Ryan at rensgatechicago.com. Okay, got it. And then the next thing I wanted to do is just to pull up. If you go to ryans-gatechicago.com, it looks like this, okay? You can see on the left, it says submit an anonymous tip, and here's all my contact info and everything. But it's also in this column, here is the petition we had, but you see in this column, submit an anonymous tip. It has the big red siren things. Click on that, and it says submit an anonymous tip. You can click on the CryptPad link, okay? And you can give a tip. It's very short and easy. I'll even show you guys what it looks like.
So what happens to your petition now?
Oh, I mean, it's still a petition for it's also a petition for a forensic audit, which we need. And if anything, if Thornton Township has taught us anything, we know that we need that because, with all that BS that happened with Thornton Township and all the yelling and screaming and the fake fight or whatever,
the fake fight
that Jed did, I think they all did it to get the settlement money that they're going to split. That's just my personal.
Are they giving out settlement money?
They're going to vote on it. Yeah, I think.
Why else would they vote on it?
The fight? They said, I think this is what I think. Like I said, I don't have like the emails or anything proving it, but yeah, I think Jed and Tiffany were probably really cool behind the scenes, and they're probably like, hey, you know what? Or maybe she even didn't like him, but they made some deal, and they're like, why don't you do this? Start a fight. You can sue the township. When the payout comes, we all split it. Bing, bang, boom. Mary Avant gets some. Valeria Stubbs gets some. Chris Scott Gonzalez gets some. Tiffany gets some. Jed gets some. It's just a hypothesis. I'm not saying that is true, but I'm just saying it would make sense because someone's going to get a big payout for that. I don't think they should, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So when you click on submit an anonymous tip, it's really short, okay? What do you want to report? Put it in here. Click, you know it's going to be used for reporting. And then click on submit. Bam, that's it.
That person said they need a regular email to send it to.
Yeah, I did. I put my
Mm.
regular email in the chat again. Then also, again, if you're, this is only if you're worried about, like, if you don't care about being identified, yeah, just send it to my regular email, ryan@ryans-chicago.com. But if you have documents, screenshots, photos, video, whatever, documents, you know, things that you can't just put in this one form, this is the email that is secure, ryansgaychicago@proton.me. ryansgaychicago@proton.me. So that will protect your identity. Now, remember, if you want to submit an anonymous tip, which we wholeheartedly encourage, don't put your name or anything that identifies you if you want to stay anonymous, okay? Don't use your work computer or your work network because they can track that. People can track that. And if you really want to protect your identity even more, use a VPN. I forget what that stands for, something network. Or the Tor browser. And that is a special browser that protects, you know, your identity. So so please do. I want to know what happened. What went on for the past 7 years with Clark? What exactly? How did he pass away? When did it happen? Where? And we know that there's people out there that they know everything. So you don't have to. I don't care who you are. We just want to get the truth out there. So I wanted to present that as another way. I'm sorry, I forgot to switch screens because this says the Proton address right here. But we just want to get the info out there, peeps. Okay, so I'll leave that up there for a second so people can see that. Oh, hold on.
Hey, Amir.
Oh, hey. So give me one second.
Hey, Foxy 2 Roxy. Mm. It's definitely a draining day. Um, Ryan? Mm. Ryan, you on the phone? Oh, okay. I didn't know he was on the phone. Oh, let's see. I need a regular email. Okay. Share Lori. Yes, Lori stated Dalton hasn't sent in their audit to the state controller in years, losing 150,000 a year in state funds.
Okay,
Hopefully this.
sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was paused.
Oh yeah, I sorry. I did say something, but that's okay if you didn't hear it. It's no biggie. Okay, let me just catch up on our comments. Sorry, thank you all for joining us. Yeah, we wish it was for
Yeah.
a happier occasion, but okay. And then Crook said, okay, that's where we were at. Just call Bert. Bert, right. How much time is left on the term? Elections are next year. 50 years, I would hope he would know something. Oh, Bert, yeah. If a municipality has no mayor, clerk, or alderman remaining, the circuit court may intervene upon petition. Oh. Hey, y'all. He passed away. Yes, he did share. I guess so. That's what the news is saying. I can't personally confirm that. Acting mayor selection. The hardest must meet in selection. Right, that's correct. Yes, the council has to meet. So if you're just joining us, the news is telling us that Harvey Mayor Christopher Clark passed away this morning, is what they're saying. Now, we've not been able to independently confirm that, but the procedure, according to the law, would be that city council has to meet for a special meeting, and they would pick one of their peers to be the interim mayor. Where is the Harvey clerk, Ryan? Great question. I don't know. That would be a good thing if you want to tell us what happened to Rosa Arambula, the Harvey clerk.
Oh,
but you don't
yeah.
want to be identified, please go to ryansgavechicago.com and send us an anonymous tip. You could do that because I would really like to know where she's at. The clerk is a very powerful position. Don't let anybody else tell
Mm.
you it isn't. They control the paperwork, the files, the information. So if a clerk wants to either, lead the city in towards corruption and bad things, they have a lot of power to do that. And if they, let's say, if someone's trying to do something wrong and they want to lead the city towards good things and doing things right, they can do that too, even when politicians are trying to do naughty things. So the clerk is a very influential position, and unfortunately, our clerk has been um, collaborating, not collaborating, I guess, what would you say, colluding um, with the mayor for years. Mayor Clark passed away. That's right. Can the citizens vote on a new mayor? Not until next year. This would be a moot point and a smooth transition if it had normal mayor pro tem. Oh, no, 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 no common sense. That's not what the law says. No, you only elect an interim mayor upon the vacancy of the mayoral seat. So that's going to be rigged, considering only she and the guy are the only ones that seem to have a brain. All the other ones are Clark shills. Well, we got to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't want to speculate, but the 9/11, my mom calls that of a male voice saying he thinks LMS him, and a female is overdosing on lace
Left a
marijuana.
message saying.
What does that mean?
Left message saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you so much. The citizens voted on Stephanie taking over Jerry Jones' seat. Did we? Oh, that was that special vote at South Suburban. Yes, I do remember that. Right. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Yeah. I was just reading a comment that was very rude. I guess one of the moderators correctly got rid of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Yeah, I think a call to Bert to see how the citizens can vote on a new mayor would be in order. It'd be interesting to see what he would say. Circuit court can only intervene if the council does not make a point. Does it
They're going to make a point.
unanimous? No. I think it's just majority vote.
Yeah, I'm going to just say they're going to pick somebody.
Yeah,
they're not going to let it go to the next level.
No. Mm-mm. Thanks, Crook. That'll make it more fair. That's why she was appointed into the deadline.
It's my Tiffany.
Oh, okay. So Colby needs to firmly stand her ground on this. Yeah, I was saying this is a great chance for her to step in and provide some fresh leadership. Here is a good saying: every great change is preceded by chaos. Right. Parkview Motel. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. This is what you were saying, Dave. Chicago News. Thank you. Parkview Motel, 159th and Halsted. Yes, I know that motel, but I don't know. Okay, hold on 1 second. Get another call. Hello. Hi.
Ryan is getting the calls for this today.
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. I'm still in my live though, so I'm not even at that point. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Seems that way. I don't want no parts of that. 159th. I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay, thank you. Good to know. All right, thank you. Okay, talk to you later. Okay. That's not a pretty hotel. 911 call is out. Yeah. Is out. It is of a man saying he thinks him and his wife is overdosed. Well, Clark didn't have a wife, but anyway. What was the date of you and Amir's walkout in front of Clark's house?
Beth told it.
Oh, I don't know. Look in my past videos, though. It's posted. It should be posted in the video, but I don't remember. Oh,
yeah, Beth posted.
Oh, okay. And then I share my email again. I need a regular email, Brian. The tip thing isn't working, I guess. No, Dave. Yeah, Dave, Chicago News. Thank you. But share whatever you have. But it's just Ryan at ryansgavechicago.com. That's it. Who is your lender in Burr Ridge? I'm also a real estate broker. 35 years in counting. Yeah, I use Denise. I use Nicole Lambros, and she works with Preferred Rate Mortgage. She's off of the Kingery, Route 83. Lori stated, I like her though because you know what? She's not shady. They do everything right. Because even in real estate, you have to be careful anywhere. But even in real estate, sometimes like people just they do shady stuff, and I don't like that. Lori stated Dalton hadn't sent in their audit to state
I
council
kind
on
of figured that,
50,000
Edna.
state funds. Oh, okay. Hey, everybody, I think we should yield today to allow those who support him to mourn and then find out from the city officials what happens next. I think we should. No. I mean, people can mourn, but I'm not gonna wait necessarily. I don't, because you know what? The reason why I wouldn't do that in here is just because there's too much at stake, and we have. I get blown up just by the city workers alone who have been laid off, and they're really, they're like, hello, I can't feed my family here. So it's really urgent, unfortunately. But definitely take time to mourn. I mean, we're not rushing anyone. Hey everyone, sorry for Clark's family loss. Thank you, Foxy. You texted Minion. Thank you. Hey Mandy, I respect what Amir's pointing out. I'm stepping back. No, you're fine, Beth. Like I said, you know what? I just say everyone take things at their own pace. So if you want to step back, great. For me, I'm not going to do that because I know how many people are just barely hanging on, and the city's in a real crisis. Saint Sinner. Okay, Foxy agrees. Dixmoor treasurer is McCaskill, and we are in dire
Mm.
straits financially. Right, exactly. Shouldn't the oldest? No, that's not how it was. But Foxy, we went over the law, so you can see it. We can't see the email on the screen. Say your email slow. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. Or Dave, do you have a way to contact you? So I'll say it slow for you. It's RYAN. S as in Sam. G as in George. AY. Chicago, like the city. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed that up. It's my name at that. So it's
Hmm.
Ryan, my name, RYAN, at Ryan, my name. S as in Sam. Gay, as in like I'm gay, the LGBT community. Chicago.com. Ryan at Ryan'sGayChicago.com. Hi, Ramona. Seems that way. The
Hey,
worst of all,
Ramona.
Clark had stage 4 cancer. Interesting. Okay. Imaginary
Oh,
Alderman Rogers. Imagine Alderman Rogers as mayor. No, thank you. Ugh.
oh, forget. No, but he's not the senior one on the.
Doesn't matter about seniority. They can vote whoever they want.
No. I'm just saying. Somebody says seniority. He's not the seniority person there.
Oh, not the most senior, no.
No, he just old, but he's not the senior.
Javar, no, it's not, honey. Oh,
Ooh.
what was he responding to? Something about Javar, what Javar had said. But anyway, okay, cool. We caught up. Yay, we caught up with comments. I gave the anonymous tip information. Happy
Yes.
about that. I just wanted to try to catch up with things. Let me
Mm.
put my contact information on the screen. That's what I can do for. He said he was having a hard time finding it.
Yeah, well, this is going to be more to come. I
More.
figure in the next 24 hours, they're going to drape the city hall.
Right. Maybe.
Mm.
I mean, they'll usually at least do the flag half staff. I know that. Sure, it came from my. Let's keep the chat kinder right now. Yeah, no one's being rude in the chat. That's fine. Remember, we don't have to judge each other. Everybody's gonna grieve in their own way. Some people need silence. Some people need to talk it out. Some people are gonna be angry. Some are gonna be sad. Some are
Mhm.
gonna be afraid. So feel what you're gonna feel. We're not gonna judge anybody on what they're feeling.
Excuse me. Yeah.
What else did you
He
send me?
got sick quick. That we know of.
Right. Okay, so Cindy just sent me a reminder. So let's say they vote to select an interim mayor. This time I'll use what's his name? Yeah, let's just say Rogers. I would not support this, but let's say they voted in Rogers to be interim mayor. So no vacancy is created for the 6th ward alderman then. But he can only vote like an alderman. He
Mhm.
does not get a second vote as the mayor,
Oh, he
and
can't
he
break the
doesn't
tie.
have veto power. Right, can't break a tie. So that just she just thank you, Cindy, for sending that reminder. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Cindy.
that. Oh yeah, because Amir's saying that he wouldn't say anything today, but I think it's fine.
Mm. Well, it's all on the internet. So
Yeah,
not saying that is still saying something.
right, exactly. Plant lady, okay. Oh yeah, and so Dave, if you let me zoom in, but
Hey,
this is
the plant lady.
that's my contact information if you need it. Okay, it's right there. Voila. It's on the screen, Dave.
Mm.
But yeah, send me whatever you have. I haven't gotten anything. And let me say, Denise says, I believe you're correct. I don't think broadcasting one day later would have hurt. Yeah. And and like I said, Denise, that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion and their ways of grieving. That's fine. But for me, I think it would actually do a disservice to all to those who are still suffering because of the chaos of the situation that the city's in, to not address it.
And also, this make you everyone, each and every one of us, to be mindful of our health.
Right. Exactly.
Because well, I mean, when you're old, it's just I would say he's fairly young, but Ryan's young, but he's fairly young. He's about 56, 50. I don't know. I know you're not 57. So you gotta make sure men and women stay on top of your health.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
Showing no, someone was concerned. They said it's not showing care or concern for others who loved or like him. But no, I think we're okay. I don't think it's hurting anything.
right or wrong, indifferent is just respect. Respect is respect.
Oh right, yeah. But no, Denise, I don't think we're doing anything disrespectful. I think it's fine. Like I said, however you felt about Chris, he was working a job, and there are people who cannot. I mean, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the workers who have been home since July and are told that they're going to be hired back, and it's not an easy job market. They have kids to feed. Maybe they have spouses. Maybe they have pets. Maybe they have huge mortgages or other debt. Um, they've been going for months now. And what if you're a single mom, or else just say a single parent that's close to losing your house because of what's been happening in Harvey? This is really urgent, right? And it has nothing to do with how you feel about, whether someone died or not. So I don't think we could ignore those people, and that's just one example of a group that has been suffering for months now. So we have to put ourselves in their shoes and realize that, we got to do something, man. And that's not even talking about what else, Diana? That's not even talking about like people who are victims of crimes in Harvey, or people who maybe they're afraid to go to certain places in Harvey because they witnessed a shooting and they know that the police are not working at their full capacity right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
respectfully, I respect what everyone is saying, but also, uh, government still has to. Government is still moving. We still need to know who's doing what, because we're still in a deficit. Not
mm,
talking about it and say, "Oh, one day won't hurt," but every day that we don't talk about it, it hurts our community right now. I'm personally not saying anything negative about him. We have acknowledged the
exactly.
passing, and we have acknowledged the loss of his that his family may feel. But then we also got to be mindful of the loss with the community is going to endure long term. One of the problems that we often have is we don't think forward, right? So we stop thinking today and think about what's tomorrow is. We got to start thinking about tomorrow today, because we got things got to be done, because we got to get out of this deficit.
Exactly. Oh, go
No
ahead.
disrespect to
I'll
anyone.
I'll take this, but you keep talking. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's all I'm saying. There's no disrespect. And I understand what you're saying. It's like, let the family grieve. The family can grieve over there, but over here, we still got taxes to pay. We got to worry about uh, tickets that are still coming. There's a lot of things that's going on in the city, and we want to know who's going to take over on what's going on in the city. We're going to have all weekend, and hopefully on Monday they will have a meeting and vote the next mayor. It's uh, it's really sad, because if you think about it, if any job, if you pass away today, they not looking at you, they looking at the next person ahead. So that's all I'm saying. That's been tied the problem. Bad business relationship with the city. Denise, I lost my husband last year, and Larry was a good man. Yeah, I lost my mother. Well, now it's 2024. It feels like last year, and the pain doesn't get better. It's still like it lingers no matter how long it is. But but as a community, we got to get back on track. They can have their whatever they got and grieve, but we got to figure out what's going to happen next to Harvey. And like I said, this deficit thing has been going on for at least 40 years. That has been building. It just got to the end where it's out of control and nobody can really fix it. Nobody can fix it. And I was really this morning I woke up around 4:30, 5 o'clock, working on and getting information to figure out where can we pinpoint where did the problem start to go wrong in Harvey. And like I said, and we were talking about earlier about businesses. One of the things that really hurted Harvey early when that Dixie Square Mall was shut down. That brought in a lot of revenue, and that brought in a lot of there were a lot of homes that were on these lots. And like I said in my video, that on one block there's supposed to be 60 houses. If there's 60 houses, let's say they're paying about, I'm just gonna be genuous. No, I can't even say that word, genuous. They pay about 6,000 a year, and I'm just being that's just low. So if there's 60 houses on a block, they're paying $6,000 a year in taxes. That's over one block brings in $360,000. We don't have we each how many blocks in Harvey that's actually bringing in that amount of money? Harvey's not losing money all just because the businesses are not in Harvey. Harvey is losing big money because there's houses not on blocks. Okay, well, I guess I understand. Yes. That's $360,000. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ryan, you back?
I'm back. No,
Okay.
not a problem. Let's see. Dave. Oh, okay. I got your text, Dave, but when I click on it, it just says error. So I don't know what it was supposed to be. That's been the problem is bad business relationships with City Hall. Yeah, right, right. Denise. I lost my husband last year. Larry was a good man. I know, Beth. It's hard. Great advice. I agree with what you said, Ryan. I only said right, but like I said, you know what? Do you know how many months I've been talking to some of the laid off employees, and they have been suffering every day, waking up not knowing if they're going to be able to have enough money to feed their kids and pay their rent and their bills. And you can't just say, "Well, just go out and get another job." It's not always that easy or that quick. And Trump has made the SNAP program more difficult to use now. So people are desperate, you guys. They're absolutely desperate. So that's all I'm saying. So for I know you might say, "Oh, it's only one day. It's for the family." Well, you know what? Christopher Clark's family has been taken care of very well for 7 years, so I think they're okay. I'm worried about. We have, like I said, we have laid off employees. We have crime victims. We have firefighters who have been going in extreme temperatures for months, fighting a lot of fires, putting their lives in danger every day. Like, and that's what's crazy is that we've even expressed this to the media, and yeah, it just seems like it's like no one hears their cries, you know. So I think it's very urgent. It would be different if the city was managed very well, you know. I think that would be different. I think we'd be having a different conversation, wouldn't you say, Diana?
Yes.
I just found
Oh,
out
I
mine's
do
going.
not. Oh, no, no,
If
I do not plan on attending his funeral.
it's an open funeral, do you guys plan on attending? I have. I'm
No.
not even there yet, Denise. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that yet.
Oh, Imma tell
My
you now, no.
Diana says no. My 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 passion is to make sure that the people who are still alive are helped. You know, I don't want any other people to die or be hurt, and so that's why I'm saying, you know, we got to. To me, we got to put an emphasis on the living, right? Because once you're gone, man. That doesn't mean we're disrespecting Clark or his family at all, but we have a lot of people that are really severely hurting. Oh, did you guys see? Speaking of that, did you see the video the other day that somebody shared where the person in downtown Harvey? I didn't even reshare it because you know I like people just to always see the truth, even if it's difficult to watch. But um, it was the person downtown walking in the extreme cold and like shouting, yeah, on 154th Street. It was so like things like that. I get, you know, I want to cry, but I'm also extremely angry. It's like
Why was he shouting?
I don't know. I'm guessing mental health issues or whatever. But just the way that the person was dressed, you could tell that he or she, you know, did like I don't know how they were surviving. Like you can't even be outside that long. So it was obviously though, you know, something was very disturbing to the person. It wasn't shouting like, "Oh, you scared me." It was like yelling. And unfortunately the person that shared it, I didn't really agree necessarily with the presentation. They put it to but I get the point they were trying to get across. They put it to the Thriller song and they said, "Oh, look, zombies in downtown Harvey." So
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Somebody who's having a crisis at that moment and they put that behind it. You don't know what they are have taken or what's going on mentally.
right.
Instead of taking video of them, they should have went and got help for them.
Exactly. So, and maybe they did, you know, but I just didn't. To me, it felt too exploitative, like they were trying to exploit the person. So that's why I didn't reshare
Mhm.
it. But
Mm.
I didn't reshare it. But I just yeah. Oh, and Denise was giving her condolences to Beth. Oh yeah, it was a lovely service.
I
Yeah,
did watch it. Yes.
I was honored to be able to be there. Let me see the link.
Yeah. I need to
I'll put make us big again.
oh yeah, I need to the plumber ain't came yet, so I need to oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, do you want me to
Oh,
call him for you?
yes, see if he available. Okay. So it's already floating around City Hall. City Hall is open.
They're open now?
Yes.
Why are
They
they
were
open?
open earlier.
But they're never open after noon.
Well, if
You
you
could
went
get
to get your sticker today,
I was
you,
gonna say you could get your sticker today.
you would have
'Cause
heard it in the heard it.
yes, if you don't have
I
your
should go
sticker.
get my sticker because I do need to get a sticker.
Right, right. Well, if you want to go up there, I'll meet you up there. Because I would be curious. I would definitely you know, be curious to see if they have any other official information to release. Because this is just so this is what it does is, and this is why it's important to talk about it and not wait a day. Is this is already a situation that was a burning fire, you know what I mean, of tragedy and of loss and of suffering. and this just pours gasoline on it. So all the suffering and pain that people are going through, I mean, yeah, maybe some positive changes will come out of it, and we're going to push for that. But that's why I said we have to realize that there are people that they can't afford to pay the bills. The firefighters endangering their lives every day. The police.
Mm-hmm.
No, like man, we gotta we're all going to get through this together. That's what I'm going to say, and we're all going to support each other.
Yes. No, I gotta deal with my plumbing issue. I shouldn't have been on here this long.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, shoot.
I totally understand. But yeah,
When when you
if you want
get
to go down
10,
there, maybe I'll stop by. But
send me the plumber information.
yes.
Anybody know a good plumber? Let me know. It's always something.
Have we heard any? Have you seen any other? Wait, who posted this? Have you heard, or have you seen any other official announcements or comments from other people that we know?
I saw Glennis said something. Posted. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's a Dalton. Oh, let's see. Who is this? Just put a public. Dalton Pollard. Oh. Let's see.
Hey, I'm wondering if yeah. Oh, Denise is saying, "How are you doing now, Beth?" Yeah, it's always hard when you lose somebody, man. It really is. Let's see. Oh,
yeah, I don't really
a lot of responses. Somebody I know says
see anything else from anybody else right now.
Oh, okay. I see there's a resident that I know of Hart. He's a former student of mine that I always bug him to come to meetings and he doesn't. But now he says my opportunity to run for mayor of Harvey's here. He doesn't even come to meetings. You know what?
Harvey. Oh, that's you who wrote that. Harvey's Historical Society. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, wishes to him and his family.
Yeah, for sure.
Bottom line. Oh.
Yeah, it's always a very disturbing experience. Yeah, losing somebody. And also, I don't know if we don't we don't know if this was something that they were expecting. Has he been sick for a while? I don't know, but he's had plenty of times where he just went missing, and then the latest was these past few months. So it's
he was a father, he was a grandfather, he died in the pre-dawn hours. Sean Howard, a spokesperson for the southern suburbs.
Wait, what? Who's Sean Howard working for? He was the spokesperson for Kellogg.
Well, that's what's on the Chicago Tribune on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was in the comments. Okay, got it.
No, he wasn't in the comments. It's on Chicago Sun-Times.
In their article? But why were they reaching out to Sean Howard? He never worked for Clark.
That's weird. CBSnews.com.
Sean Howard is another interesting figure.
Yeah. Oh, I meant Chicago Sun-Times. Yeah, Sun-Times. Let's see. I'm trying to find. But other than that, I couldn't.
Now, I know someone sent me a post that Jedediah Brown had made earlier today. because that was one of the first online notifications, that the mayor had passed away. But hmm. Mhm. Who is this here?
Mm. Dr. Nikita said something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have access to Dalton Politics. I've been banned from that group several times, which is fine.
I don't even want to know why.
Yeah. Oh no, they just don't like if you say the truth, and they don't want to. It's one of those like propaganda groups.
Um, okay. All right. With that being said, I hate to leave, but I got to go. Life goes on, right?
I know.
So I got
I
to
should
figure out my.
probably head out too here shortly. I was trying to think of just the biggest aspects of all this to cover. I think for now we got everything, but
Chris Moore, hold on to your hat. Corruption is not done. Tyrone is acting Mayor Shirley too scared. That's what Chris Moore. So see what Chris Moore says.
oh wait, on here? Or his Facebook.
His Facebook page.
Oh, okay. Sorry, let me get caught up with these quotes for one second. Denise, I'm good. All the prayers have made a big difference. Sean Howard does PR for Harvey. Yeah, but he's not. He's not hired for Harvey. He's not contracted to do Harvey's PR. That's why I'm wondering why they're using him. But he is. Yeah, he does PR for a lot of really really shady figures in the south suburbs. So I don't trust Mr.
Mm.
Howard.
Oh,
But you know
Harvey
what? He's
just.
like Napoleon. He's handsome and he looks great in a suit. That's a lot of times all that they're looking for. Best, God bless. I know years to some people seems like a long time, but I think of it was like yesterday.
Dalton just posted a statement.
Oh, okay. What did they say?
It's profound sadness.
You can
And
share it. Share it on your screen.
I can share my screen. Oh, hold on.
You should be able to.
Un momento, por favor. I share my screen. Uh-uh. Did it share?
Okay, cool. Now I see it. Then I'll add it to the stage. There you go.
Okay, let me make it bigger for you.
Yes, thank you so much.
And this is Dalton from Jason House.
Oh, okay. So this is Dalton.
It's just a general condolences.
Okay, so sending condolences. Okay, that's fine. Uh-huh. I mean, the only thing I just would not have agreed with the last part. I don't think that would be, something I would have put in. But otherwise, very nice to have the condolences.
Yeah, well, okay.
Good to know.
Read that again. Oh, it's only want to read it. It is with profound sadness and a heavy heart that I joined the residents of Dalton alongside a board of trustees and the office of the clerk, and extending our deepest condolences to the city of Harvey on the passing of Clark. And that's it. And I got more. And if you go on Dalton website, you can see it. So okay.
Now I pulled up Chris Moore, his page. Oh, do you mean? I'm sorry. You meant his. You meant his Men and Women Renaissance page?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay, sorry. Because I was like, I don't see it, but okay. Hold on, let me see here now. I'm curious. Sheila Ashley? Who's that?
Well, the Southland Black
Oh,
Chambers of Commerce.
wait,
He
which one? I'm
oh
sorry.
the black Southland Black Chamber of Commerce and Industry. A lot of people there are a lot of people knew him.
They're putting out those statements. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
and
not saying.
probably, don't say his name. Probably people are yeah, well, especially anyone that works with government officials, they're going to want to make sure to do that. It's pretty standard,
Sneaking
to
up.
put out some statements for sure. For sure, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. But I don't see how do I can't find Moore's.
Where did I see that at?
Oh,
Let's see.
wait a minute. Wait. Here, I'll share it.
Oh, somebody. Oh, they at my door. I gotta go.
You gotta go. Okay, no problem. I will and I'll give my plumber a call and see if he can help if you still need it, Dee. I better help her out, guys. Did you oh okay. Yeah, she's gone. Thanks, D-Love, for joining us. Denise says, nice seeing you, D-Love. Love that you're neutral. But Denise, I hope you feel like I think I'm very neutral too, but you gotta hold people to account. You know what I mean? You have to truly be neutral, you have to see every side, and that includes seeing the side of all the folks that are suffering right now. Did I share? I thought I did. Okay. I just wanted to share. This is a little bit of Chris Moore's page. Let's see what he has here. Oops. No, not that page. This page? Am I in the right? Yes. Okay. I'm in the right one. Oh, he shared my thing from last night. Yeah, because I covered that. I covered excuse me. The closure of the of the laundromat yesterday, which was horrible. Chris Moore had said the party's not over, no laundromat on 159th either. Yeah. And then that was the report that I did last night. Oh, I didn't even realize it looked so darn small, but whatever. This is the Fox report. Hello. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Good. Kill it. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm wrapping up here. But let me finish. I'll just finish what I'm doing. Yeah. Got it. No, I agree. I totally agree. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, guys. I know I'm gonna have to go too because so much is developing here. We're gonna try to get you as I and the team. We're gonna try to get you as much accurate information as possible. Okay. This was the Fox 32 post. Okay, Poncho Franklin shared my post. Let me see here. This was Tia Ewing's post. What was that? Oh, that was one of Clark's quotes. I forgot about that. I'm going to be sounding like Nino Brown off of New Jack City saying, "Look at me now." Oh, my goodness. Oh, they had the spelling bee in District 152. That's nice. Okay, we saw that already. Hold on to your hats. Corruption's not done. Tyrone is acting Mayor Shirley too scared. Right, but I like we reveal that's not that's Tyrone Rogers, alderman of the 6th Ward, but that's not accurate. Hopefully we get someone for Harvey, for actually Harvey now, not someone to rub the city. Did he leave a treasure map leading to all the money he scammed out of Harvey? Oh, yes, so true. This is horrible. Rest in peace, Mayor Chris Clark passed away this morning. Okay. Oh, here's a statement. Who's that? Oh, okay. Sheila Ashley for the culture. What was the official statement? Saddened by the passing. Okay. They're also expressing condolences to Jedediah Brown. Okay, Lisa Johnson. Okay. All right, folks. Well, that's about it, I think, for now. So thank you again for joining us. I'll keep you updated as we get more information. And sorry, hold on. Let me listen to one more thing before we leave. Let's see if this is something that I need to share. But yeah, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. So much. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that wasn't anything urgent that needed to be shared right now. So again, yeah, we're sending condolences to the Mayor Clark's family. Apparently, the news says that he passed away. We don't really have any other detailed information, and we're doing everything we can to find out what exactly happened and how he passed away, where he's been for the past few months, and to get some answers moving forward for all of the folks who have been suffering for months and years under this administration and who are even more anxious, wanting to know what will happen for them next. So please keep in your prayers, your thoughts and prayers, all of our laid off firefighters, police, and other city workers, and the residents of Harvey as we continue to be left at the mercy of fires and crime. And it's been crazy, y'all. So this is just one other step in the craziness. So hang in there, and we'll talk to you guys soon.